and we ain't never got to box again. Well. I already been getting these bets, but now it's time for you to get your just due.
Yo. The way just do, he just smooth, bringing much news with the facts when he crush fools. I'm rough school, I bust moves like crush groove. Pass me the mic and I'll turn it into lunch food. Just cool, but talk slick and he'll punch dudes. Cowards get the message and they hush like chumps do. You can bring your whole bus crew plus two. T-Dub-T is astronomical, you comical. You a fool if you think we'll ever honor you. Them other channels ain't shit, no abdominal. This the face of new media, fuck a Donahue. You see my giant crew, we shine like a diamond do. If any trolls disrespect, yo, we finding you. We all surrounding you, it ain't no reminding you. He already done surpassed what you trying to do. So quit the fake smoke, you suckers better take notes. When you step into the chat, you better wipe your feet. Hit the like and keep your comment short and sweet. My homie just not a joke, you don't want a war. Plus a deep boxing IQ, you don't want to spar. He broadcasted from Jersey, so we straight. Put you deep in the dirt, that's why they call this the Garden State. You seem tough but not a threat like a garden snake. We not scared of you, we chopping off a head or two. Mark your calendar, remember what we said to you. It's no option, it's just do boxing. Mark your calendar, remember what I'm telling you. It's no option, it's just do boxing.
Yeah, go ahead.
Had to change my answering machine. Now that I'm alone, cause right now it says that we can't come to the phone. And I know it makes no sense for you to walk out the door, but it's the only way I hear voice anymore.
Tell him, Squid G.
It's ridiculous, it's been months. For some reason I just can't get over us. But I'm stronger than oh, enough is enough. No more walking around with my head down. I'm so tired of being blue, crying over you. And I'm so sick of love songs, so done with it. So
day, you're living crazy, that's the only way to go tonight. Been doing this time to do what you want. Finding line, do what you wanna do. This ain't no running mine. It's get the carol line.
What's good, family? What's going on with the fam? Good Monday. Good Monday. Salute to everybody in the building. How y'all feeling? You know what I'm saying? How's everybody feeling on this good Monday? We back again. The grind don't stop. Salute to my fam. How y'all feeling? Y'all better go and get y'all them singing lessons too, man. Your boy just a big deal out here in these streets. You know what I'm saying? I heard giving singing lessons like you've never seen before. Never heard before. You know what I'm saying? Let me say what's up to the fan. Zoom verse, my Brody. What's good with it, bro? How you feeling? Appreciate you stopping through. Shawala, salute to the queen. How you feeling, queen? BC, my guy. What's good with it, man? Safe travels as always, my bro. Jim, my guy, my Brody. What's good with it, Jim? How you feeling, bro? Much appreciation, man. Always showing up, showing love. D-Man, my Brody. What's happening with it, man? Josh, what's good, bro? How you feeling, bro? Salute to my baby girl, the queen, Miss Just Do. How you feeling, baby girl? Appreciate you as always. Y'all, I know y'all like them lessons. Y'all ain't gotta, listen, when y'all DM me, I won't let nobody know that y'all hit me up personally behind the scenes for lessons, man. Don't be embarrassed, you know what I'm saying? We've all been there before. You know what I mean? The average someone, what's good with it, fam? Yes, man, a great weekend in boxing, man, and we back to talk about what could potentially be next, man. What's next, man? Y'all know over here, it's like a boxing forum. I like to have conversations centered around, things that are going on in the sport that could actually happen. I hear the whispers. You get what I'm saying? Yes, sir, man. Yes, sir. As you always hear, man. She's solid as solid come, D, man. Mike Biggs boxing, my bro. What's good with it, Mike Biggs? How you feeling, my bro? What's good with you? Ghost, what's good with it, family? How you feeling? King G, the boxologist, what's good with it, fam? How you feeling, man? Great weekend in boxing when you dropping that documentary masterpiece. What's good with it, family? Appreciate you stopping through, man. You know, the work is always here, man. If you got something that you really want me to try to make a video on, for sure, I'll do it. You just gotta hit me, let me know, man. You know, I'll grind for the people, man. The people want it, I'm gonna deliver. Ain't no safety on my Glock today. I ain't earned it yet. They saying that, but I don't know, man. I don't know. I don't know. We're gonna talk about it though. We sure gonna talk about it. Cause I hear some of I don't characterize you as a Canelo fan, Ghost, right? But I hear the whispers, some people saying he ain't earned it yet, so he don't deserve a shot at Canelo, right? And the thing is with me, I'm just due for a reason. I can sit here and state a case as to why he deserved the shot and he earned it. And I can also, you know, talk about a scenario where if he don't get David Benavidez, he don't get Canelo Alvarez, what's next? You get what I'm saying? Benavidez don't get CHARLO this year. You want to see him against pardon me, if you don't get Canelo this year, you want to see him against CHARLO. That would free up Canelo and Benavidez for a Cinco de Mayo fight if David was to beat CHARLO. I like the way you thinking, man. But hey, Ghost, get out my head, bro. Cause look, we gonna talk about it. And the reason why I appreciate David Benavidez, the reason why I could root for a guy like that is because I don't think he's a duck. I really don't. I just don't think he's a duck. Now, has he made the moves that everybody wanted him to make? Probably not. But I think one thing's for sure, two things for certain, that dude is willing to fight any and everybody, right? Y'all punch that like button as y'all come on through here, man. Punch that like button for you, bro. Let's run these numbers up, man. Let's keep growing, man. Let's let YouTube understand that it's a responsible content going on right now. You know what I'm saying? Let's keep rocking out, man. But yeah, Morrell versus Benavidez in September. Like I said before the planned fight, don't duck my boys. We tired of these monsters, fake monsters. You know, I duck my boy. When everybody, Morrell has how many fights? I think, is it 8 now? Is it 7 or 8? 7 or 8 now? And resume check, walk through his resume, go check the Billy resume too. Man, salute to my bro D, man. What's good with it, Jelly Bean? Appreciate you pulling up as always. Salute to you, fam. How you feeling? Y'all punch that like button one time. So yeah, man, a great weekend of boxing, man. Even if you was casual, you know, it don't matter. You had to enjoy this night of boxing. You really did. Diehards, you know what I mean? Casuals. If it was your first time catching a card and you happen to see this one, this should have made you a fan of the sport for sure. You know what I'm saying? This Benavidez plant card delivered in more ways than one. I feel like all the fights were worth my time, energy, and effort, worth the money and everything. You know what I'm saying? They delivered. But you know, I'm a next, what's next type of dude. You get what I'm saying? Rightfully so. So they got their business squared away. They put their bad blood to the side like men. They went in there and left it all in the ring. I feel like both men left it all in the ring. You can't be mad or disappointed at a performance when two guys go in there and just let it all out, leave it all in the ring on the night. So that's what both Plant and Benavidez did. And that's why we got a damn good fight that people going to be talking about for a while. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, man. Once Morrell got that belt, man, it's like he ready for everybody, just because once you get a belt or any version of a strap, you got to go for it. You know what I'm saying? Man, crazy to think you want to see Morrell fight Benavidez with such little fights. Hey, man, the average someone. I ain't the only one, bro. We ain't the only ones, right? And again, just look at it like this: the average someone. Look at Lomachenko and Gary Russell. Look how many fights Gary Russell had when he fought Lomachenko. Get what I'm saying? Some people just built. Some people just of that cloth. I think Morrell might be one of them. And Benavidez has also, you know what I mean, revealed that he'd be willing to fight David Morrell. So look, David versus David sound like a hell of a fight to me. Hey, shout out Queen. Yes, sir. Yes, Queen. It sound like a damn good fight. And again, Canelo, I just think he gonna maneuver around. He gonna maneuver around him again. I just don't think he'll fight him. Boxing got it wrong twice Saturday. Chris Colbert and Benavidez, I'm guessing, right? You feel like Rayo and Plant should have got it, D-Man. And Billy versus Gongoa was for eliminated status. It was. But look, Ghost, to your point, it's the same thing with Benavidez. Why keep having him fight title eliminators not to get him a title shot? You get what I'm saying? I'm all for your man and Billy getting a shot, but I'm all for David Benavidez getting a shot too. You know what I'm saying? He right there. Edgar Chavez, salute Brody. Jersey in the building. What's good with it, fam? How you feeling? Sure, a lot of people thought Plant was going to school David too. I'm not saying I don't want to see the fight, but I don't see it going in Morrell's favor. I feel you, because I think what it is, the average someone, I think the number of fights, it got you kind of, you know what I'm saying? It's making you a little resistant. Like you don't see it in his favor with such little fights. But that's why I pointed out. Look at Lomachenko and Gary Russell. Look at the fights. You get what I'm saying? I think it might have been even worse than what Morrell and Benavidez is. You get what I'm saying? I think the amount of fights is even wider than that. So if my thoughts is if they can throw Lomachenko in there and his what was it? His second, third fight with Gary Russell, they most certainly can throw you get what I'm saying, David Morrell in there with Benavidez. You get what I'm saying? Morrell, they all doing all them guys wrong. So did Pavel. Does David get a pass? I don't think David getting no pass, bro. How? You get what I'm saying? They got him fighting title eliminator after title eliminator too. He right there. You get what I'm saying? I'm not against nobody getting a shot, but I don't think he getting a pass. Sean, my bro, what's good with it, Sean? Appreciate you pulling up. How you feeling? Forget that enough protection for Canelo. Yeah, man. Get him and put him in there. I want to see it. You know what I mean? I get you. I get that, Ghost. I get it. But, you know, he fighting. Get what I'm saying? I think he's fighting the guys that he can fight. I don't think he's been a duck in his career thus far. You know what I'm saying? I think Benavidez has shown that he wants the smoke. You get what I'm saying? 25 from Cuba. He don't have the numbers, but it's clear the experience is there. David versus David is good, man. Absolutely clean. Absolutely. Benavidez. Right. Salute to the clean shower, man. Benavidez deserves a shot to have stopped playing with that, man. Yeah, they got to stop playing with him. He right there. I mean, how many title eliminators y'all gonna put him in before you give him an actual opportunity? You know what I'm saying? I'm for any of these young kids getting a shot. These young, you know what I mean, lions. I love boxing. I just want to see the best fight the best. You know what I'm saying? I do want to see opportunities being given to guys that earned it. You know what I'm saying? Right. Yeah, nah, he's special 8-0. He's special 8-0. Road running Wheezy, what's good, fam? How you feeling? What's Andre doing? We gonna find out, man. Cause he was one of the names that Benavidez mentioned as well. You know what I mean? Aisha, salute to the queen. How you feeling today? Appreciate you stopping through. Josh Henry sparred David Morrell in Houston. He said Morrell is not technically like y'all say he is. Yeah, for me, I look at what I seen, right? Wheezy in his last fight. That's a technically fundamentally sound guy that's comfortable in every inch of the ring. I'm not like I can't tell a guy what his experience was in sparring, right? But I can tell you for me, for what I see from David Morrell, I think he's one of those guys, man. I do. I really think he's gonna be potentially one of those guys, man. Out the ring, got to end some title and one. Yeah, right. The average someone. I feel like he earned it too. He earned it for sure. He earned it. He definitely earned it. Ain't fighting nobody, Lord, about to retire to golf his life away. Right. As per Samson Boxing himself, Morrell signed his end in July 2022 out of Benavidez fight Lemieux. I think now I could give somewhat of an answer. I can tell you what I think about that, Ghost. I can tell you I think the reason that they haven't fought yet hasn't been because of David Benavidez. I think it more so his people. You get what I'm saying? And his people not being on the same accord. Like, I think David Benavidez would be willing to fight anybody. I just do. I really do. But he got to make sure that that's what his team has lined up for him too, because he could want it. But if the team ain't gonna make it, if they don't want it for him, then they ain't gonna make it happen. You get what I'm saying? So I just want to see these fights. You get what I'm saying? I just want to see him. I know we could see him. I know we could. He said Morrell got power, nice feet. But he said he gets tired last rounds. Well, let's see it. Cause I just seen him, you know what I'm saying, roll one of Reezy. I just seen him box 12 beautiful rounds against what is his name? Ados or Boston Newley. Is that his name? Big Tex, what's good with it, family? How you feeling? So he looked very well. He looked like he had a full tank of gas in that fight. He didn't look like he tired down the stretch or none of that. Benavidez fight Morrell, Boo Boo, or Charlo if he doesn't get the Canelo fight. And that's why I put them up there to average someone so we could all have this conversation. Because, again, it's about what we want, right? What we like and what we want. And we want to see the best fight the best. We want to see 50-50 matchups. Look, if he don't get Canelo, I'm cool with seeing him fight any of those dudes, bro. Like, I don't really have a pick because, like I said, I'm not picky when it's like a 50-50 type fight. You get what I'm saying? So, but I would, listen, Morrell won it, I would want to see it. But if Andrade is there, then I would want to see it. You get what I'm saying? Charlo, I know Charlo's out the picture because he got to get back right. You get what I'm saying? So I don't expect him to come back and, you know what I mean? Quick, my sis, appreciate you pulling up. How you feeling? Salute to everybody in the building, man. Smash that like button for you, boy. Whatever top guy David fights will be a good fight. Absolutely. Edgar, absolutely, bro. Spartum, how you gonna tell me what he told? Oh, yeah, okay. Yeah, that's why I say I know what his, I ain't gonna tell you what his experiences is. I'm gonna just tell you what I see when I watch Morrell. Like I seen him box 12 real good rounds at a very good pace. I seen him not get hit a ton. You know what I'm saying? I seen some pop. I seen good footwork. I seen him being comfortable. I seen defense, upper body movement. You know what I mean? I seen he showed me a lot, man. He showed me a lot. And that one Benavidez ain't nothing more exciting than watching 2 out of Mexican fighters clash. Right. That's a damn good fight. Benavidez defense was on point side of that version of him is dangerous. I'll say he tried to improve some on his defense for sure, Jim. And you just got to give him credit for it, right? So I try to give him credit for it. But like I said, the most interesting thing to me about that fight was when they were both fresh. You know what I mean? When they were both still fresh, gas in the tank, both guys. The fight wasn't playing out 50-50-ish. You know what I mean? Caleb Plant was putting rounds together, in my opinion, from my vantage point. What I was seeing, especially in the first half, Caleb Plant was putting round after round after round in the bank. When the fight turned to like 50-50 or you know, in Benavidez's favor is after Caleb Plant got tired. What I noticed is while he wasn't tired, the fight was it was turning into a boxing lesson. But he changed the tide. You get what I'm saying? He kept it coming. He changed the tide, and he did himself a solid, man. He stuck with it. He believed in his game plan to take him into the deep water, and that's what he did. But I'm telling y'all, for me, the biggest takeaway, and again, we just going in depth a little bit, is the fact that when they were both fresh, it was not a 50-50 matchup. The action that was playing out wasn't like ebbs and flows as much as you would think. Like, you get what I'm saying? While it was a boxing match, Caleb Plant had that handily. You get what I'm saying? It wasn't until he got tired where David started to look like David. Respectfully, bro. He did not look like David Benavidez until after past midway in the fight. About 7 rounds in, 8 rounds in, that's when he started to look like David Benavidez. Respectfully. And I watched this fight very close because I wanted to be as fair as I could to both fighters. He got the job done. He did his thing. But my concern is, you know, there are going to be guys that can box well that don't get tired down the stretch. That's going to be to maintain a good level and pace throughout the entire fight. Now, what's to happen if you're in there with another guy that can box and that's not going to get tired at the back end of the fight? Now, if he piled about 4 or 5 rounds in the bank, you're really putting yourself in a dangerous situation and hope that you just going to, you know, outwork a dude in the later part of the fight and win it. You get what I'm saying? It's just a risky approach. And that's just something I noticed. Like, and I just want to be fair as hell on that. When they was at 100%, bro, that fight was not playing out 50-50. Caleb Plant was winning convincingly to me until he got tired. Now, I'm not saying David Benavidez didn't do anything because, of course, he landed his shots. You know what I mean? He slipped. He got some in. But for me, it just wasn't 50-50 until he got tired. And then then the scales tipped a little bit more in Benavidez's favor because he clearly had more gas left in the tank. You get what I'm saying? But that first half of that fight, bro, it was tough for him. And when feet power and endurance can give David, absolutely, Queen. And I agree with you 1,000,000%. And just off of what you said, right, and me agreeing with it, right, endurance, good feet. You get what I'm saying? Some power. That sound like David Morrell to me. That sound like David Morrell. Really good feet. Got some good pop. He definitely, to me, I just seen him box 12 rounds, so that's what I'm going to go off, right? The last time I seen him in the ring, he looked very, very polished and very disciplined and didn't get tired for the entirety of that fight. He fought well, you know what I mean, and got the, you know what I mean, the late stoppage at that. The first 5 runs weren't that clear for playing, at least for me. I saw rounds that could have gone either way. I feel like in those rounds like that, and I ain't mad at it. You get what I'm saying? I feel like the rounds like that, though, were Caleb Plant type rounds, right? Because one thing I did notice too, bro, he controlled the pace for the first half of the fight. Not David Benavidez. Caleb Plant, that was a Caleb Plant pace. The back half of the fight picked up more. And like I said, that looked more like David Benavidez to me. But the first half of the fight and those rounds, those early rounds, was fought at a Caleb Plant pace, which is why I gave him them early rounds. Not that he earned them, but that's why it was easier for me to score them rounds for him, because they were Caleb Plant fought type rounds. They were at his pace. You know, Benavidez wasn't able to press the pace, especially not early, because Caleb Plant had too much gas in the tank. He was able to hit him with constant lateral movement and getting off the line and making it hard for Benavidez. And Benavidez was following him around the ring a little bit. He started to cut the ring off as he got tired. It was easier for him to do it. But like I said, when he had that gas in his tank, bro, it was a much tougher fight. Yeah, Road Runner, he did that. I think he did it on purpose too. I think he did a couple of them nut shots on purpose, bro. I think he did a couple of them. That was for all the dirty stuff David did. But look, just to be fair, D-Man, right? Just to you know, be fair, I think you know, David Benavidez did land several elbows and things like that, and a few rabbit punches as well. You know what I'm saying? Where Caleb goes from here, you know what I mean? Back to the drawing board, Road Runner, you know what I'm saying? Go back to the drawing board, but I think he's still a top fighter at 168. You get what I'm saying? Not everybody is going to be relentless and push the pace, where if Caleb Plant pile up rounds on you, they're going to be able to bank on him just being tired down the stretch and them catching up to him. David Benavidez, that's something special that he have, you know, that reserve gas tank to be able to just go and really push the pace late. Everybody ain't going to be able to do that. You get what I'm saying? And everybody won't be able to put David Benavidez in the same compromising positions that Caleb Plant was putting him in, because everybody don't box and move the way he do. You get what I'm saying? So to me, he get right back at it, bro. You know what I'm saying? I don't think he tuck his tail. Like, you don't got to hang your head. You lost. You came up short. Just get back at it. I still think he's a top guy at 68 for sure. Grease with fire. What's good with it, fam? Morrell already ducked Benavidez once. Morrell trainer is trash. He told Charlo to duck Benavidez too. The thing is, too, y'all, we have to be clear. Like, I don't think Morrell ducked anybody, right? I just don't be thinking sometimes these dudes and their managers be on the same accord, because you've heard Morrell say he'll fight David Benavidez, right? You've even heard Benavidez said he's willing to fight Morrell, right? But you've also heard his manager come out, and he said Andrade as well. You also heard his manager come out and say he need X amount of millions to fight Andrade, right? Or he didn't know nothing about it. So I'm just trying to be fair to all fighters involved. Like, I don't think these dudes be ducking these guys, man. I think fights be discussed or offered. Dudes might turn down offers, but I'm not willing to go as far as saying they ducking. I think their management is a big part of the reason why some of these fights don't be happening. He went to the hospital, but it was like a routine checkup, Greeks. It was a routine checkup. Wasn't nothing wrong. I mean, he was right back at it. Wasn't nothing wrong with him. You know what I'm saying? These guys have good experience. Right. I thought the game plan for Benavidez, everyone thought Benavidez was going to rush in and plan was going to catch him all night. I think Benavidez stayed back for the early rounds as a game plan. To me, the average someone, I feel like Caleb Plant's boxing ability forced him to be honest. And again, I said this way before the fight. I told people Caleb Plant will have to control the distance and the range and effort to slow down the pace. And that's what he did for the first half of the fight. He controlled the pace. He controlled the distance and range to me. He picked the better shots. And it caused David Benavidez to not be as active as he normally liked to be. If you notice, he didn't get active until Caleb Plant slowed down, because only then Caleb Plant was more of a stationary target. And he was right there in front of him for him to kind of get it off on him and unload a little bit. So to me, I think he wanted to get them to think about it. You know, he wanted a knockout before 6 rounds or less. He wanted a knockout. So staying back You know what I mean? If that was a game plan, that would have been stupid according to what he was saying. That wouldn't get him the knockout that he wanted. I think he wanted the knockout real bad early, but Caleb Plant was way too elusive and disciplined early. And that those big punches and those combination punches that he liked to land, those opportunities didn't present themselves early. They didn't present themselves in the first half of the fight. He was only able to kind of get it off and punch in combination once the fight got past midway. You get what I'm saying? Headbutts too. Would have rubbed my thumb in that boy. Yeah. Somebody said he looked like he headbutted him on purpose. He let Plant hold with no warning. Listen, I understand, y'all. I feel y'all. I feel like he did a lot of holding and he should have got a warning. You get what I'm saying? But like I said, I think Kenny Bailey's did that in an attempt not to try to be the star of the show. I think he tried to really let those dudes fight it out. You get what I'm saying? And in some of those instances when Caleb Plant was holding, you know, like I said, Benavidez kept working with the free hand, like I said, and it led to him hitting Caleb Plant with quite a few elbows. Elbows ain't nothing to play with, bro. They hurt. You know what I'm saying? So I don't think, you know, could he did a better job? Absolutely. But I don't think he did. I don't think he refereed the fight in an effort to try to favor one fighter or the other. I really think he tried to let those dudes work. You know what I mean? Right, bro. Ryan Shields says no. That's what I'm saying, Shower. So you can't say like, all right, it's Morrell when the team is making the calls, because we know what Morrell said. You get what I'm saying? His opinion on the fight. And also Samson saying he signed it last year. No one at Team Morrell said no to nothing. I feel you, Ghost. I feel you, bro. Morrell needs to get in the ring with Benavidez and get smashed. It's like playing, look, Grease with fire. I want to see it, bro. It's easier to feel like that, right? Because Caleb Plant wasn't the aggressor in the fight. But I don't think he was trying to save him. You get what I'm saying? I don't think so. I just think he allowed them to work. Get what I'm saying? Plant is a damn good fighter, bro. And he ain't like he went in there and got his ass beat. And again, people ignoring. It's a lot of people acting like they wasn't talking about Plant was going to get walked through and knocked out and all this stuff. And it didn't happen, bro. He didn't get knocked out. He didn't even get dropped, man. The dude fought his ass off, man. We too tough on these fighters, man. He went in there and gave it his all against a dude, you know what I mean, that was coming all night. He just came up short, bro. You know what I'm saying? First couple of rounds was a fill out. Plant looked like a little more active, but I remember scoring an early round for Benavidez. I ain't mad at that, Sean. I know you got a good eye, and I know you was watching. You know what I'm saying? I know you was watching. Salute to everybody in the building. Yeah, I punched that like button one time for you, bro. I was pulling for Plant. I felt like Bayless was protecting Caleb. Yeah, I think, but it's easy to look, feel like that, right? Because he ain't the aggressor. So, of course, he was going to do more holding in an effort to try to neutralize some of David's offense. But I just don't think that you get what I'm saying. He should have warned him maybe, but again, David Benavidez he landed several elbows, y'all. If y'all really was watching, like if y'all caught it, not that y'all wasn't watching, if y'all was able to catch that in real time, he landed several elbows. So it was like both of them had, you know what I mean, some things working in their favor because of him not warning them with the clinching. You know what I'm saying? He's to fight Benavidez. Right, he do. Cheap Wildfire, salute, fan. Appreciate you pulling up. Morrell Jr. will stop Benavidez. Hey, man, it's a damn good fight. I would want to see it. Boxing 101, salute, my bro. How you feeling? Appreciate you stopping on through. Benavidez, he was giving good instruction to Kyron Davis against Benavidez. Right. Crush the legend. What's good with it, my bro? How you feeling? Appreciate you stopping through. Man. Facts, he landed more than one elbow. He absolutely did. David B versus Morrell is a different fight because they're similar size. I'm telling you, man, don't let the number of fights that David Morrell fool you into thinking that won't be a damn good fight. I'm telling you, it'll be a damn good fight because of the styles, man, and what they both bring. You get what I'm saying? Never said no to none. Yeah, Ghost did just send me that. Roja, salute, fan. Appreciate you pulling up. Y'all punch that like button one time for your bro, man. One time for the one time. And we're going to keep rocking. Look, like I said, Gilberto Mendoza suggested that, you know, the WBA president, Gilberto Mendoza, suggested that Benavidez and David Morrell fight next. And the winner of them two should fight Canelo. Now, look, nothing has to be one way in boxing, right? So if Benavidez can't straight up get a Canelo fight in his next fight, which probably ain't going to happen anyway, you get what I'm saying? Then I think it's necessary that he look for the next man up. Now, whether that be an Andrade, I don't think it'll be Charlo. Charlo got to get his, you know what I mean, get back acclimated. I don't think it'll be him. But I'm all for seeing Benavidez fight Andrade or Morrell. WBA, Gilberto Mendoza suggested that David Benavidez and David Morrell fight each other, and the winner fights Canelo. I'm cool with that because that gets us another fight. Know what I'm saying? I'm not a one-sided do stuff. It can go more than one way. It's hot. Whatever gets us a 50-50 type fight, that's what I want to see. Fate was good with it, my bro. How you feeling? Salute. Morrell barely got 10. Even with that, he's already a threat. Right, Fate. And again, bro, I pointed out to the family, I just want y'all to consider something. I know he don't got that many fights, but look how many fights Lomachenko had when he fought Gary Russell. Gary Russell had, what, like 24 fights? And Lomachenko had like 2? You get what I'm saying? He was like 1-1 when he fought Gary Russell. Gary Russell was like 24-0, I believe. That's worse than David Morrell and David Benavidez right now. And I'm trying to tell you, I urge y'all to understand that David Morrell, what he went 12. He had a 12-rounder and was third or fourth fight. The dude already had a version of the title. He had the WBA regular title. The dude more ready than I think people believe, bro. And look, I'm not protecting nobody from nobody. I heard him speak on Benavidez's name. I heard Benavidez speak his name. I'm not creating a scenario where they can't fight because he ain't got a lot of fights. Once I seen Lomachenko at 1-1, I believe it was, fight Gary Russell when Gary was about 24-0, I thought that was crazy too. So we've seen crazier things in the sport of boxing, y'all. That's all I'm saying. The man grabbed a version of the title. He ready, man. Trust me. Morrell, one of them dudes, man. David Morrell might end Benavidez. I'm telling you, that'd be a damn good fight, Queen. I'm telling you. Morrell got some things. He do some things very well in there that would be very problematic, man. Very problematic for a guy with slow feet. No disrespect. And Billy versus Canelo. I think Canelo won't stay away from him because he's too young and fresh and strong. You know what I mean? Not to say that Canelo won't beat him because he got so much more experience than him, Billy, but I don't think he'll go anywhere near him. I don't. I think he will stay away from him, Josh. That's the thing. I think he will. Anytime two number one fighters and two bodies want each other and the primary champ got signed agreements elsewhere, the governing bodies try to make a unified mandatory shot type deal. And look, any scenario that gets us these fights, y'all, that's all I want to see. You know what I mean? I'm hating, but Morrell don't deserve a fight with Benavidez or Canelo. Benavidez been chasing Canelo for a couple years, and Morrell to jump the line is BS. Look, but again, bro, now listen, follow me. The average someone, I get you, right? But Benavidez mentioned him as a possible opponent, right? If he can't get Canelo, Benavidez said out his own mouth, maybe David Morrell, Demetrius Andrade. That's why he said Demetrius Andrade. You know what I mean? Charlo. You get what I'm saying? He's throwing these names out there. So I'm just saying, if he's throwing these names out there, and you've heard these two dudes both speak that and say that they'll fight each other, and then you got the WBA president Gilberto Mendoza coming out feeling as though they can fight each other in an effort for the winner to fight Canelo, I'm with that because we all know Canelo fighting John Ryder next, right? You get what I'm saying? So I don't know what they're going to do in the meantime. I just want to see it. You get what I'm saying? I want to see somebody fight. You get what I'm saying? Because it's like, all right, so who should Benavidez fight next? That's the question. That's why we here today. What's next? We know he's supposed to get a Canelo fight, right? But we know Canelo said he don't fight Mexicans, right? So what I'm saying, and we also know Canelo's looking at, out of his own mouth, he's looking at a Bevel rematch after he fights John Ryder. You get what I'm saying? He's not even looking to face Benavidez. So it's kind of like putting him off the table. So what should Benavidez do? Is he going to sit there and wait for a Canelo fight like some of these other dudes did and never get it? Ashley Corner, what's good, cuzzo? How you feeling, Gary? Yeah. How you feeling, cuzzo? Appreciate you stopping down. I think Benavidez had the sound defense to last with Morrell. And that's a good point, Queen. I'm telling you, man, Morrell is a tricky dude. Third fight was against an undefeated #1 WBA ranked ring. Yeah, Lennox Island. Facts. 22-0. I'm telling you, like, just look at David Morrell resume. He don't got the average 8-0 guy resume. I'm telling you, he don't. He might just be one of those guys. It's a reason they got that dude on the fast track, it looked like to me. And it looked like for good reason. And his last fight to me was his best performance. He put it all together. All the stuff that I was hearing people say he can't do, I seen him do and do at a high level with consistency. without getting tired. It was very impressive, man. If y'all didn't see David Morrell last fight, know what I mean? Prayers to Ados. I'm glad he doing well, man. Yo, he beat that man ass, yo. He beat that boy up. He made him look like they ain't belong in the ring together. When I see a guy beating people up like that, that's telling me something. The dude he fought just had twice as many fights he did, and he made him look like he ain't belong in there. He's 25 years old. I'm telling you, man. Yo, Morrell, Chief Wildfire, man. I'm just an advocate for guys getting their shot, especially when they asking. You know what I mean? Going live tonight about this. I appreciate you, cuz man, I'll be there. You already know. Reason why so many people don't want Morrell to fight Benavidez is because they know what will happen. Same way they strategically ducking and Billy. I feel you. People say, look how Ben had Plant compared to Canelo, but they don't talk about Canelo stopped him with 2 punches and dropped him. And that blood on his face was a cut from a headbutt. Talk about it as absolutely was. Look, man, and again, Benavidez, respectfully, he got the job done. He did his thing, but he didn't look like David Benavidez until about round 7 or 8 to me. He didn't start really looking like the guy that he is physically imposing until Caleb Plant slowed down. That tells me if Caleb Plant didn't slow down in the back half of that fight, we'd be having a much different conversation right now. Because like I said, from my vantage point, early on, he was clearly outboxing him, making him miss. He was making it look bad. It was on his way to being a schooling. You know what I mean? He was taking him to school early, I believe. Like the movement, the lateral movement, the way he picked his shots, the little stabs to the body. You know what I mean? He had some stuff going for him early that really, really worked for him, man, against Benavidez. And like I said, if he didn't slow down, we'd be having a much different conversation today. Andre fight again. Me too, Miss Joette. Me too, man. I rock with Andre, man. Benavidez beats Morrell. Andre does that. Make Canelo resume look weak. Nah, Canelo... I don't think no moves, right? Nobody's fight can make Canelo's resume look weak, right? He has a strong resume to a degree. He got a lot of names on his resume. I get some of the times that he fought these dudes were favorable to him, right? But he still does have these names on his resume. It won't make his resume look weak, but it will continue to make his recent moves look weak. The way he's moving look weak. You get what I'm saying? I ain't gonna crap on his resume. His resume is what it is. He got a damn solid resume. He's been in there with some names. You know what I mean? A nice amount of people. You know what I mean? We know the names. We seen them, right? But as it stands, you know, it would make his moves as of late look weak as opposed to his resume, because his resume is what it is, right? It's a solid one. But it's just people demand more from him because he gets paid so much, and people are still calling this guy the face of boxing. But he don't have to fight the guys that he should fight, which is mind-blowing to me. You get what I'm saying? Salute to everybody in the building. Y'all punch that like button one time for me, man. One time for the one time. That's a dangerous fight for Benavidez, and we know Doug Nello won't fight Morrell. That dude Morrell could fight. I'm telling you, Morrell is one of them ones, Jim. I'm with you 1,000,000%. Major damage was his gas tank at the blood from a cut from a damn headbutt, right? Absolutely. Absolutely, it was a headbutt. And that's why I said when he went to the hospital, it was like a routine checkup. It wasn't nothing wrong. He wasn't extra hurt. He didn't have to spend the night, get no extra treatment. It was just precautionary. I mean, because he took some, punishment to the face, elbows and everything, headbutt. Get what I'm saying? Going after KO Morrell. Bad dude. Right. Yeah, I'm telling you, he beat that boy handily, man. Lone Star Steph, salute family. Appreciate you pulling up. Plant would have one factory. You get what I'm saying, Shawa? And we get it. We get his gas tank is what it is, but I'm just telling y'all what I seen. Salute the Lone Star Steph. Appreciate you. Blessings to you, Brody. I just seen that if that guy would have been able to keep that pace up, you know what I'm saying? That game plan that Benavidez brought to the ring wouldn't have won. It wouldn't have. The only reason I feel like it was successful because a guy got tired. And I don't want to take from Benavidez, but that's the way I seen it. I really believe that Caleb Plant don't get tired. We have a much different conversation, and he would have outboxed him to a unanimous decision. That's just me being fair. That's me being straight up. The fight was convincing enough for me in the first half, the way Caleb Plant was boxing, that if he was able to repeat that from an energy standpoint, he would have won the rest of this fight to me. It would have been a unanimous decision for Caleb Plant. You know what I'm saying? That's the only bad thing for Benavidez. You got to learn how to be able to implement your style a lot earlier, even if you're in there with a boxer. You still had to make it so that you was still doing what you do. And as it stood, you were missing a ton, bro. You were missing a ton. He was missing a ton in there, bro. He was missing a ton. for the ex-champ, Danny Jacobs, beat the #1 ranked Zach Parker, who was a monster and more. The Colbert done say Frank has to come to 130. Absolutely, y'all. Chris Colbert said if Frank Martin want to fight, y'all, he got to come to 130. And that's why I asked, is he ducking? Like, is that ducking? You know what I mean? Because Colbert, he's not coming down to no 130, bro. Why the hell would he do that? Why in the hell would he do that? Because he learn how to guard himself when he gasses. Yeah, man, if fatigue make a boy out you, shower make a boy out you, that fatigue. And I feel like if he was gas though, I still feel like he would have got stopped, but I feel like he was running on fumes for sure. He was definitely running on fumes. You know what I'm saying? Seattle Rick 206. What's good with it, family? How you feeling? Appreciate you stopping through. Caleb Holds, David reacted, plain and simple. Caleb Holds. Yeah, I feel you. That's why I'm not making a big deal out of the holding, because I know with some of the holding, he took several elbows as well. So I'm not really I don't think the holding really impacted the fight. I think people might have just wanted to see Caleb Plant get knocked out, which is why they felt like he was helping him. I don't think Kenny Bayless did a job and effort to try to favor either of the fighters. I think he tried to be fair. He's a damn good referee, man. Damn good referee. Punches were not landing. I don't know. For me, in the first part of the fight, I seen Caleb Plant outboxing Benavidez. And I seen it kind of decisive. It looked a little decisive to me. Was he washing him? Absolutely not. But was he winning the boxing match in that first half of the fight? Absolutely. David Benavidez, in my humble, honest opinion, started to look like David Benavidez once Caleb Plant got tired. Then you started to see him be able to come on, be physically imposing, and put some damage on Caleb. And he did. You get what I'm saying? But that's why it's a 12-round fight. You get what I'm saying? If you don't do as well in the first half, you got the second half to make up for it. And that's what David shined. He shined in the second half of the fight. It was a tale of two halves for me. The first half of the fight to me was fought at Caleb Plant's pace. It was more suited as a boxing match, favoring Caleb. And I feel like he was getting the better of the work, better of the action. I feel like early he was making Benavidez miss wide a lot. You know what I'm saying? And then he slowed down. He hit that wall. Benavidez continued to come on. He came on stronger, and he did his thing. You get what I'm saying? He got the job done. No slight to him, but I just, it's just a tale of two halves for me. It's a damn good fight, man. Damn good fight. Colbert one dumb. Yeah, he dumb. He said it's a duck. Yeah, because he's not going down there to fight you, bro. That'd be foolish. You get what I'm saying? You feel me? 130, 135. Frank stops him. If Frank, I feel like, listen, I know people, David left me with questions like Stormy said, dude, it's time to get real training and teacher's perspective. I feel you. And I do my best to give him like his credit. You know what I mean? Because he never stopped. He's very resilient. His gas tank, he got a gas tank and a half with a reserve on top of that. You know what I mean? David know how to push that pace and keep it coming. But you see some things, you know what I mean? Anxious, hungry, excited. David will be way better next fight. I don't doubt it, because Seattle Rick, he's 26 years old, and he got a nice bit of career ahead of him. You know what I'm saying? And you know what I mean? He only got time to learn. You know what I mean? It's not over for him. He did that in a winning effort. So you just seen where areas where he need to improve, and it's not wrong with that. You got to be put in compromising situations, so as a fighter in the team, y'all can see where y'all need to improve and get better at. And that's what you seen. And I feel like he will continue to try to, improve in them areas where he is not the best. And, you know what I mean? I think he'll continue to polish his game and, become a bit better, because he's still young, 26 years old. He got a lot ahead of him. Who you got winning, Benavidez or Canelo? Listen, man, stylistically, Benavidez is a tough fight for Canelo, yo. He is, because of what he's able to do. But, Canelo Alvarez has a ton of experience that you can't just throw out the window, because the guy is, got some physical advantages over him. You know what I mean? Canelo Alvarez will still be a tough fight for David Benavidez for sure. But, the younger guy, man, I don't know, man. It's just, I don't know, man. After the last week, after Saturday, I feel like Canelo is a tougher fight for Benavidez after Saturday. No, he don't do what Caleb do, but very experienced. Like I said, he'll make the young man think and go in his bag. It won't be easy for him. You know what I'm saying? I just don't know, man. This is like, I say, it's another 50-50 matchup that's worth watching. You know what I'm saying? I want to lean towards Benavidez, younger, fresher. He seemed hungrier, you know what I mean? Way more busier. You know what I mean? He caused some real problems for Canelo, and biggest issue for Canelo is them feet, but they both got slower feet to me. You know what I'm saying? But Benavidez would be a tough out for Canelo. And I think he knows that stylistically. That's why he's going to stay away from him. You know what I'm saying? Planet is reacting to. Right. Yeah. Right. Rainbow Sherbert versus Keyshawn Davis, which I think. Chris Colbert and Keyshawn. Chris Colbert, Keyshawn, man. Keyshawn would be a tough fight for him. That I know. Keyshawn Davis would be a tough fight for Frank Martin. And I mean, for Chris Colbert. And because he had 35, Davis beats Colbert. Right. I think so too, yeah. I think Keyshawn would beat him. Said Dad was holding too much. We tell people to clinch to preserve themselves. I had no issue with Caleb trying to hang in there. Yeah, and he was taking some damage, right? You get it? He started doing it when he was taking some damage. It was that, and he was tired. He was trying to buy him some time for sure, because David was coming on strong, bro. And I think that was his, you know what I mean? And I think a lot of people don't utilize the clinch enough, and they end up getting knocked out. I appreciate the way he was able to utilize that clinch to, disrupt some of, Benavidez's offense. I think it was smart to do it, and it was up for the referee to warn him about it. And if the referee, you know what I mean, he did say something about it, but, he still kind of let a lot of it ride. But I don't believe he wanted to try to be the star of the show by taking a point or something like that. You get what I'm saying? Will he do better now? I feel you, Ghost. You tough on Benavidez anyway. Colbert not ready for 135, so he better duck up out of there, though. Plant was boxing him earlier on. Still needed to speed up his production style. He knocked Davis' head back some early, but not enough. Was playing around and let the young sir back in it. Yeah, he gave young sir got right back in it, man. You ain't lying, Lone Star. He kept it coming, bro. He was playing the very first round, right? Yeah, he caught several elbows, Ash. That's why I wasn't complaining about him doing some holding. I seen some elbows being landed for sure. Cut the ring is basic. He wasn't cutting the ring in the first half of the fight to me, respectfully. He was doing more following in it. He even shows his inexperience when he got frustrated. He got frustrated that Plant wouldn't sit still and just let him fire off on him. You know what I'm saying? He wasn't with it. He ain't like that. He ain't like that. Plant wouldn't stand there. Yeah, he clinching as part of the game. Yeah, but to knock David so bad that when he did change it up, he was able to check that left hook. Plant was tired, man. Absolutely, he was very tired. Gary, on your thumbnail. Oh, Gary, because I figured I put Gary in the thumbnail, Ash, because I figured, we know Colbert really don't want no smoke at 35. He talking about, he just did this to prove this or that, and he going back to his weight class of 130. He's not a 35 pounder, and he want the rematch with Hector Garcia, which Hector Garcia don't want if he don't have a title, because he already spoke on that. He said he got to do something pretty much for him to want to fight Chris Colbert again. He don't got nothing to prove. It'd be like going backwards. So I figure with Gary Russell and Chris Colbert having that little back and forth, remember when he's talking about his arm good enough to slap somebody right now? And Gary Russell said he was coming back at 130. So if he's coming back to compete at 130 and, Chris Colbert is going back down to 130, y'all already had a back and forth. Why not fight each other? You get what I'm saying? I want all fights, all good fights. And it's time for Gary Russell to leave 126 behind and come to 130 and fight. You get what I'm saying? He said it. He said something he mentioned about coming to 130. So I figured that'd be worth a while. I'll watch Chris Colbert and Gary Russell fight at 130. I definitely would. You know what I'm saying? Salute to everybody in the building. Y'all punch that like button. His fans be bugging. Right. I'm not looking for Canelo. Yeah, man. Yeah, right. All facts, Lone Star. Again, I just don't want to make excuses for why he don't fight people. I know some of the fans trying to say Benavidez don't deserve a shot, but bro, he never lost his title inside the ring to somebody. We know the story. We know the outside the ring activity. We know all of that. But the man done fought what? His third straight title eliminator. At some point, you got to fight that dude. And I'm not trying to hear nothing about you not fighting Mexicans. I don't want to hear it, bro. I don't want to hear it. That's a Mexican, that Mexican monster dude. That's a dude that deserves a shot at you. He just beat a guy that you beat too. You know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, hey, what you gonna do? You get what I'm saying? How many title eliminators is he going to have to participate in before he get an actual shot at Canelo? All this proven to Canelo stuff is pissing me off. He's fought worse guys than Benavidez, and we know this. So at the end of the day, if you fought worse opposition, I can't make no case as to a guy not deserving an opportunity that was a champion 2 times before. Get what I'm saying? And then it went and fought, his 3rd title eliminator. Get that man the shot because it's looking bad. Canelo, I ain't going to stay stuck on this too long. You look bad, bro. If you don't ever fight Benavidez and you continue to win and be undefeated, you look crazy, bro. You look crazy. Just get in there with that man and fight him, man. It's no 100%, certainty that you're going to lose. Get in there and fight him. It's a 50-50 fight at worst. You know what I'm saying? Get in there and fight that man and get it over with, bro. Just get it over with. Other than that, I really don't care. Yeah, right. You like a couple of them. I don't think neither dudes was trying to do anything dirty. I just think they was leaving it all in the ring, man. And fight all around questionable. Juggling was water under the bridge now. Right, Shaw. I'm with you. Canelo got 2 bad knees. Mobility for Canelo would be minimal. Absolutely, absolutely, Seattle Rick. Absolutely, bro. And he don't wear, like I say, he don't wear them knee braces for a fashion statement. Here you go. Man, Keyshawn, all right, we gonna see him April 8th, man. April 8th. He still shoot for him and all obvious reason. I just don't think Canelo will do it. Me either, Lone Star. I just don't think he'll fight him. Killing Benavidez, I thought he broke Plant down and beat him up. Plant didn't look like he wanted to fight no more in the late rounds. I think that fatigue made a boy out of him, you know what I mean? Brought him down, broke him down the side, Sean, like that fatigue. He fought. He left it all in there, though. Plant was just tired. He was just tired. Canelo moving down to 168. Yeah, Ryder. He's fighting Ryder at 68, Ash. He's fighting Ryder at 68. So it's Benavidez, but Canelo has gas before will be interesting in late rounds. Right. Again, Canelo don't throw a ton of punches, so he can last. He can get to the later rounds because he's not the busiest guy, and he do a lot of bluffing. He has a good inside game. Right. Clinching is listed as defensive technique as per the rules of boxing. It's completely legal to do short periods of time during a round. Right. Yeah, and I think Plant just didn't want to give Benavidez a lot of opportunities when they got in close to rip him with combinations. You get what I'm saying? I think that's why the clinching was being done, in my opinion. You get what I'm saying? Judah, Ben, Israel, my bro, what's good with it, family? How you feeling, my bro? Chop, what's good with it, family? How you feeling? David respected Plant. To get in the first half of the fight, David played it out well and went his way in the later rounds. Hey, man, he stuck to the game plan. You know what I mean? He stuck to the game plan, and it paid dividends late. You know what I mean? His man slowed down as he thought he would, and he was able to do some things offensively and still to fight. You know what I mean? Still to fight. Copperfit Canelo Alvarez, and that's gonna give out. Them knees gonna give out. Standing target, right? See how he started looking when Beaver was stringing them combinations together. He was just sitting there on the ropes trying to be cool. He was getting beat up. Think Canelo would definitely beat Benavidez. I ain't mad at that. That experience is hard to throw that experience out the window and just say he'd just, you know what I mean? He'd just run right through him. So he damn sure gave him a good fight. D Free, my bro, what's good with it? D Free, how you feeling? Or y'all know him? Who that? What's that? He did something that person. Oh, y'all talking about something else. Thrill Hill, what's good, family? How you feeling, bro? Appreciate you pulling up. If not, win. Right. You got to at some point. Not mad what you said. B. David did what he had to do. It's just his styles make you know. What if good win? No, I thought it was a draw. Right. I heard some people say draw too. I'm just open to different things and different viewpoints and opinions on it, because I know I seen a fight that was a tale of two different fights. I felt like the first half was a boxing match. The second half, due to Caleb Plant getting tired down the stretch, it turned into a fight. That fight benefited David Benavidez, and he came on strong late. He did well in the championship rounds, and he stole the fight. You get what I'm saying? Stole the fight. He ain't Mexican. He's American, right? Well, yeah, so that means he should fight him then, right? You get what I'm saying, D Free? That's one more reason why he got to fight him, because he ain't even Mexican, right? I mean, big plan based on style. I just don't feel like David did anything above what he does, and he won. I ain't mad. Me neither. Like, again, you got some things to work on for sure. 100%, you got some things to work on. Okay, and that coming back, your mind's at Ryan. Ryan fights more. Yeah, right. Right, but if he do, right, and again, I was going off of what he said. Like one of the last things I heard was him leaving 126, coming to 130. We see that they already had some little history in the past. So I would say, why not get in there and throw fisticuffs? You know what I'm saying? Throw fisticuffs. That'll be a good fight, entertaining fight. You know what I mean? I like to see Gary and I like to see Gary fight Chris Colbert. I would. And some believes his version of Plant was better than when he fought Canelo. He was good, man. He was good. First half of the fight, Caleb Plant was boxing his ass off, y'all. To me, to your boy Just, with my 4 eyes, Caleb Plant was boxing his ass off the first half of this fight. His fatigue just got him, man. I'm saying it stands for the winning team, Jim. Stands for the winning team, brother. Okay. Canelo better get that icy hot. He's above David right now. I don't think it'll ever happen. Just like Spence versus Crawford type thing. Hey, Chop, man, you might see that fight after all, bro. You might see that fight after all. Like I said, the speculation that's going on with them negotiating right now, for real, behind the scenes is real. That's not a rumor or none of that. Now, will they make it happen? Remains to be seen, but I do know that's what's going on from a real solid source. You know what I'm saying? Me, I saw him less intimidating. Yeah. Remember, a lot of people said Caleb Plant was going to get knocked out. You know what I'm saying? He went to the hospital for a routine checkup, y'all. He posted about it. Routine checkup. Nothing broke. Nothing extra, yo. Nothing extra. Just a precautionary hospital trip. And Jones was good with it, fam. I don't know why people think Canelo going to take a real fight at this point. It's really that we just got to hold him to it, right? We just got to hold his feet to it. 10K, what's good with it? Muay versus Nakatila. I want to see it, man. That'll be a good test because Raymond Muay got knocked down, y'all, this fight. His past fight. He got dropped in the first round. I don't know if anybody knew that. Raymond Muay got tested Saturday night, y'all. He got tested. King Judah, what's good with it, my bro? How you feeling? Appreciate you pulling up. My bad. Let me scroll to the bottom. Salute to everybody in the building. Appreciate y'all pulling up. Punch that like button one time for your bro. Con Spence, Ariana Grande, and share pure facts. Talk to him, big dog, man. Only these facts, big dog know him, man. You need facts, big dog. Willie got him for you. Salute to my bro.
And we ain't never got to box again. Well. I already been getting these bets, but now it's time for you to get your just due.
Down stretch means Caleb is a hell of a fighter and super tough. Did not hit the canvas this time. Strong will. Right. He fought his ass off, y'all. He fought his ass off, man. Benavidez having some crazy IQ. Yeah, man. I'm still waiting to see some more from him, respectfully. You know what I'm saying? Victims recent bias, that hatred for Canelo is fueling this Benavidez. Wash Canelo. Folks acting like Canelo hasn't fought basic. Come forward, guys, before. Yeah, man. I want to see it. Enough the second half of the fight to win those rounds. Right. He didn't, Thrill. He didn't. The second half of the fight belonged to David Benavidez. The first half to me was Plant's. The second half was Benavidez. That's why when some people said they had a 6-6, I see it. I get it. And then some people, you know what I mean? They feel like Benavidez edged it. I get it. I don't have no issue. I don't think nobody got robbed or nothing like that. You know what I'm saying? It was a great fight like we all knew it was going to be. You know what I'm saying? When for me, his jaw is perfectly fine. Right. Yeah, his jaw's still intact. Asante L, salute family. Appreciate you pulling up. I think Gary could hurt Colbert, but if Colbert fights the way he did in the past weekend, he wins for sure. I wasn't mad when he won. Rayo didn't finish the job, knocked down early, but didn't finish. Absolutely, bro. And again, chasing them knockouts, Lone Star. Salute to my bro Jim. Always showing up, showing love, putting that color in the chat, man. Much appreciation, much love, bro.
And we ain't never got to box again. Well. I already been getting these bets, but now it's time for you to get your just due.
Colbert did good work on the inside, and that jab was key. He listened to his corner. Yeah, and he ain't quit. He showed some grit in this fight. That's something that a lot of people ain't talking about because they felt like he lost. He showed some grit in this fight. He didn't curl out. He didn't tuck his tail, and he could have because he got dropped early in the first round, and it was looking bad for him. I mean, he shook it off, and he was able to take some of that power a little bit better. You know what I'm saying? And hey, he pulled it off. It was unexpected, but he worked, man. Right. What happened to the 6th round KO? Non-existent. Yeah. That's why I said don't preach knockout. Because for a while he was kind of chasing that knockout, and those opportunities wasn't presenting itself. And again, he's very fortunate that that man slowed down because he was able to come on and be himself. You know what I mean? And get to Caleb Plant. And he stayed the course. Salute to David Benavidez for not quitting. He showed some frustration when he like pointed to the ground, wanted Caleb to stand still and fight him. But I appreciate how he fought through that moment and stayed the course, wore his man down, and he got to him late. You know what I'm saying? But it was a tale of two halves. It was a boxing match for the first half that favored Caleb Plant, in my opinion. And then the second half turned into a fight that clearly benefited David Benavidez. He came on strong in the second half. He closed the show in the championship rounds. I understand why he won. I get it 100%. You know what I'm saying? Why he won. Also went to the hospital for a routine checkup. His plan sending him to the hospital. So it was a routine checkup. I said, trolls, I got to watch that. Yeah, Moratai, go check it out. You're the only one that spoke on the job. Oh, yeah, you ain't catch it. Yeah, man. Raymond Moratai got dropped, man, by a guy that was 14-2-1 that we never heard of. And that was a little alarming, but that's not the end of the story. He did get dropped early. He battled back from some adversity. He got up. I think he won by, was it a 9th round stoppage? He got a 9th round stoppage, a late stoppage. So, but that was shocking to see him get put down like that. You know what I'm saying? I didn't expect that. You know what I mean? It's good. Doesn't even fight like Garcia fighter, but naturally moves. But ain't that I like Moratai though. I like him. Lone Star, I think he can fight, but I clearly see he still need more work, obviously, after Saturday. You know what I'm saying? Peace to average someone. Salute to you, bro. Benavidez beats all challenges. I feel you, man. Benavidez is a tough guy to beat, bro. Tough guy to beat, bro. Every single fighter get a routine check. Yeah. They dudes be going to the house. Salute to my bro Jim, studding up in that super chat. Much love, bro. Yes, Ash, we ain't stopping, Ash. We on to something. I see something. I think I see something. Yeah, I like Raymond. 7566. I'm loving it. I'm loving it, man. Much love to everybody in the building. We gonna keep building, y'all. We gonna keep growing, man. We going. Benavidez 75. They beating that Canelo. Caleb took was bad. Yeah, the second half was rude. He was rude to Caleb Plant in the second half of the fight. Benavidez came to inflict pain. He was gone. Man, Arthur grown cousin, man. Much love, man. Much love, Ash. Much love, cousin. Raymond faced adversity and came back, fought his ass off. Absolutely. That's why I wanted to make sure I completed the story. He did get tested, which shocked me. You know what I mean? That he got dropped. I didn't expect that, but I did like how he responded well, got up and handled business. And that's what it's really all about. You got to get put in these uncomfortable situations or these compromising situations to see what you made of. You get what I'm saying? You don't want fights going all your way. You want something to happen to you. Now, I know most guys don't prefer to get dropped, but you know, that be their little wake-up call. And he got up and he responded well. You know what I'm saying? And I was like, you're right. He actually stopped and dropped him. Yeah. Right. Because it was different, man. Right. You got Ryder, Benavidez. Benavidez beat the hell out of Ryder. You got Chris versus Ryder as a robbery. Me neither, because he let off the gas a little bit. And, usually people are able to see that. You know what I mean? He let off the gas a bit. He really did. He let off the gas a bit, and it cost him the fight. You know what I mean? I think the reason his approach was the way it was, Rayo, because he didn't want to last time against De Los Santos, I understand not playing with your food, but he tried to eat his food too quick and he choked. And it went bad for him against De Los Santos. He had his man hurt, but his man wasn't ready. His man wasn't ready to go yet. And he tried to eat his food too fast and end up choking, and he ended up getting knocked out. You get what I'm saying? This trip, I think when he hurt Colbert in the first round, he remembered before he hurt his man early and then went for it and ended up getting hurt. So I think he had that in the back of his mind. I think that played into how he approached the fight after the knockdown early. You know what I'm saying? If that makes sense. And I think because of it, he was a little too, I don't want to say safe because he was letting them hands go, but he didn't go for it. Like maybe he should have went for it a little bit after hurting him. You get what I'm saying? And he just chose not to. You know what I'm saying? I was having fun. Hope he learned his lesson. He said, yeah, right. He sounded like he took the loss. Well, he sounded like he don't feel like he lost. So pressure versus power. I never picked pure boxers over the pressure fighters unless you money may. I feel that. I feel you, Greeks, but David Benavidez is a different pressure fight. Like that gas tank makes him tough to deal with, down the stretch. And he's very relentless, you know what I'm saying? So if you got a leaky gas tank, like Benavidez gonna be there for the second half of the fight, and you're gonna be in trouble. right? It's only fun when the job is done. Absolutely. After when your hand is raised, Ash, you get what I'm saying? When you completed the task completely, you know what I mean? Then you had your fun. So that's a good experience, right? Yeah, he was on the top ranked card, Shala. He was on the top ranked card. Yeah, listen, the PBC got big plans for Colbert. I was kind of feeling like that too, bro. I was kind of feeling like that too because the win. You know what I mean? Listen, my natural feelings toward the fight when it was over, I felt like Rayo won. You know what I mean? I still want to watch it again so I could see if I got a different thought process on it, but I want to watch it. Anyways, peace out. Morrell stops him. Andre Schools from April 1st. Support Franklin. Franklin looked like he in some dog shape too. Ghost. Salute the Ghost. Appreciate you pulling out and inspect that. Mortai came back strong and dominated the rest of the fight. Absolutely. And I'm big on telling the full story. Half of the story was he got dropped in the first round. The rest of the story was he went on to drop his man, I think, in the 4th round. He dropped his man. And again in the 9th, and he stopped him in the 9th. Salute to my dog, man. Lone Star Step putting that color in the chat. That like, tell a friend, share some skin, man. Much love, man. I like that. Salute to Lone Star. Appreciate the support.
And
bro.
we ain't never got a box again. Well. I already been getting these bets, but now it's time for you to get your just do.
How quickly we forget Rayo got his bell rung by a 30-pounder. Right, he did. Yeah, did it too. Rayo learned from his last fight. He let the food come to him, but wasn't aggressive enough. That feeling, ring IQ, running back fam. And that's what I was at too, y'all. So, y'all, I feel like I asked a question, dude, should it be a rematch? I think Rayo do deserve a rematch. And I think the excuse, listen, I'm going to just call a solid. I feel like this, him saying, because Rayo is a sore loser and he talking crazy, which is why you don't want to rematch him. I think that's BS. I think the truth as to why you don't want to rematch him is when what you said after that you're going back to 130, that you're not a 35-pounder. That's the reason. And you know he was putting hands on you. You got to think, it ain't like you went in there and watched him definitively or something like that. You know what I mean? He's not crazy for feeling like he won, and he damn sure ain't crazy for being mad that he didn't win. So he not really talking crazy. He not being a sore loser. He being a competitor. He ain't cool with the outcome because he felt like he was controlling the fight, which I understand why he was, because at the end of the fight, I felt like he won it. You get what I'm saying? But as it stood, he did take his foot off the gas a little bit. You know what I mean? I think he was a little hesitant to eat his food because the last time he did it, he choked on it. So he took his time and he ended up leaving some on the plate. You get what I'm saying? He ended up not finishing his food, left a little bit on the plate, and Chris Colbert stole one. Brick City Bomber, salute, fan. Appreciate you pulling up. Canelo, congrats. See you soon, buddy. Imagine being called buddy after that. Right. right. I had Ryan winning, but close fight. He could have been more aggressive. I feel like he left some meat on the bone. Absolutely, Sean. He left some food on the plate. He ain't finished his food this fight for sure. Last knockdown. Right. Watching the car now. Oh, yeah. Watching it again. Canelo, see you soon, buddy. Right. Colbert tried to shut that rematch talk down immediately. Fact, Sean, he was like, nope. Nah, he talking crazy. Nah, I'm not rematching. No, you're not rematching him because you know that was a tough fight. You know what I mean? You know, you probably surprised that you got your hand raised. He was putting hands on you, and you know, next time around might be worse. I'm going to put it on the shirt. It's only fun when the job is done. Hey, man, do that. That's dope. James, salute, fan. Appreciate you pulling up. You know what I'm saying? I got to watch it again, Shaw. I got to watch Chris Colbert and Rayo again. I truly want to watch that again just to see if I got a different opinion on it. You know what I'm saying? Just to see. You know what I mean? I don't know. Ben probably got excited when he see you soon. Benavidez, man. Salute to David Benny, man. He went out there and he fought hard, man. He fought. He never quit. He didn't give up. He made that fight hard for Caleb down the stretch. I think Raymond Cheney, I just made a rookie mistake. 10K. Rookie mistake for sure. He made a rookie mistake. And you know what? I know it was a rookie mistake because not only did he not get knocked down again, he ain't even come close. And he ain't get hit with that same punch like that again. He made that adjustment. He wasn't beat. Dumb boy got tested. He ain't fold. Pardon me, y'all. I know I'm always snacking. I hope they numbers did good too, man. Yeah, but I think he made a rookie mistake. He was well. He woke up after that, and he dominated for the most part. Controlled all the rounds after that. Dropped his man in the 4th, and then dropped him again in the 9th and finished him. Got him up out of there. Learning lesson, man. Don't fall asleep at the well. He fell asleep at the well a little bit and got caught. And say I saw Colbert counter it. Bruiser, Rayo had the power shots. I had Rayo to win, but I saw it's Colbert win or a draw that night. Right. I could feel that, Shower. I could feel it. Because, again, this is why I said this. For one, I picked Colbert to win. I was picking Colbert. I don't know if anybody heard me. Way before they got in the ring, I said I was picking Colbert, right? We did the prediction, and I said Colbert. Even though it looked questionable or it didn't look like he deserved it, I did pick him to win. But I did say he was going to fight harder than he did in his last fight. He was going to show y'all something. I didn't expect him to curl out because I felt like he got more skill than what people was giving him credit for. He didn't show it like he should have showed it against Hector Garcia because he mentally checked out in that fight. But I told people being that, you know, what was on the line, he didn't want to lose back-to-back. He was going to at the very least, he was going to come in here and make this more of a fight than that last one. And he did exactly that. And he put himself in position to steal one if you want to say that. You know what I mean? He stole one. Colbert did a bit more than Rayo the rest of the fight and earned a bit. I'm telling you, Brick City, man, he stole one. You get what I'm saying? Because he was fighting. He ain't give up. He ain't quit. He kept fighting. You know what I'm saying? David Benavidez. He ain't quit when it got rough. The first half of the fight was rough. Second half of the fight was his. You know what I'm saying? He went after. He went for it. You know what I'm saying? And it paid off. Claiming that Jesus Ramos versus the Tower Inferno. Oh, absolutely, Lone Star. Man, he destroyed my guy, Joey Spencer. Man, why he do Joey like that? Why he do Joey like that? Damn, man, he did Joey dirty, man. Joey came in there with the buzz cut, ready for war. He wasn't ready for that war. He wasn't ready for that. They said it was the second time Retired was knocked down in the fight. Yeah, thought that was his first time being knocked down. Oh, wow. I got to go back and check, man. But, yeah, man, so... yeah, he got some things to tighten up on Queen defensively for sure. If that's his second time on the canvas, for sure. BVO boxing, what's good with it, fam? It's crazy. We called the fight way before they announced him. It be like that sometimes. We be on it, man. Salute to the family in the building. Yeah, I punched that like button one more time. Can't wait to see you guys again. Yeah, man. Also, Daniel Blancas won his fight earlier in the day. He's also out of Benavidez stable, opponent unknown to me, but 2 out of 3 Benavidez fighters one Saturday night. Salute to Team Benavidez camp, man. Salute to Team Benavidez. I rock with Team Benavidez, and I rock with Team Benavidez a little more after they was able to put that beef to the side and shake hands like men and just go about their day. I rock with them dudes for that. I really rock with the Benavidez clan for that. The man would say it's all about knockouts, but ain't nobody want to set up the knockout. Bunch of tough guys out here, B. Colbert, right. Facts. Joey got his 10K, man. He got handed something. He got his ass handed to him. Man, yeah, I was wrong too, Lone Star. I thought Joey was gonna pull it off, man. I had faith in the kid. I seen him fight live in person before at the Prudential. I thought he was gonna do it. A strong kid, but man, Jesus Ramos. They say Jesus Ramos was by 170 on fight night. Apple and LDTV. Blessings to you, bro. How you feeling? Appreciate you stopping through. They said he was by 170 on fight night. That man looked every bit of it. He looked every bit of it. I said super middleweight. 170, that's closer to light heavyweight. That man was big as hell, man. He was big as hell in that ring. He was so much bigger than Joey Spencer. It looked bad. I was like, man, I ain't never see Joey look outgunned like that, but he couldn't do nothing. He couldn't hurt Ramos. He couldn't get his respect. Nothing. He couldn't do nothing. I'm just showing you the comparison. Ben and Canelo. Bet. I got you. Appreciate you. Skywalker boxing, my bro. What's good with it, Skywalker? How you feeling, family? I let chat been listening at work. Head home. Keep cooking. Appreciate you, Brody. Power wise. Right. And you know what? Canelo is he get that torque on his punches, man. He a real precise puncher, man. His shot placement be crazy. His shot placement be crazy. I rock with him. I let that stay. But yeah, I rock with him even more. They put that to the side. They even went as so far as apologizing for the bad blood and some of the stuff they said. I said, what? I rock with him because I think it's sincere. Because people was thinking that they weren't going to do that, but I had faith in them, and they made boxing win even more by being gentlemen about it after the win. They ain't do nothing extra, no sucker stuff. They just took their win and went about their business, man. I'm telling you. Manita, salute. Appreciate you stopping through, man. Y'all smash that like button, sub to the channel if you new. Appreciate you stopping through here, man. If you already sub, welcome to the family. Appreciate you joining the family. It's a great weekend of fights headlined by the state of Arizona, Jesus Ramos and David Benavidez, showing the talent this state can produce. Team Arizona, Team Benavidez, Team Ramos, and Team Cejudo. Right, man. Arizona put on, man. They did their thing. Black Grass Podcast, my bro. Salute to you, Brody. Appreciate you stopping through. Please like, comment, share, and subscribe to the Voice of Boxing, JusDueBoxing channel. Much love and appreciation, my bro. All right, so it was just great to see them man up and squash the beat. Absolutely, man. I appreciated that. That's why I say nights like this, nights like that, weekends like that, we win as boxing fans because we get great action and we get to see everybody go home at the end of the night. And then we get to come here, break down the action, and talk about what we think is next. You know what I'm saying? I hope David Morrell get a shot. I really do. I mean, I hope he do. Made a huge mistake when he said I called him out. Right. He did, because he bit off too much. He bit off too much right there. He couldn't do nothing with him. I feel like that's Colbert want to show he's tough, like super tough. Oh, that was a stormy comment you said. Yeah, man, he tried. He tried it. He almost left with his ass. Stormy said he always put his ass, lead with his ass out. Something he said like that, always showing his ass, literally. Virgil versus Stanionis, another one, man. And again, this is when is this? The 20. When is that? April. It's in April 903 Boxing. Salute, family. Appreciate you stopping through. Canelo might stop the Mexican monster. Anything is possible, man. He listen, I want to see it. That's what Cole was saying. Martin needs to come down 130. Yeah, Thrill. He said that weird stuff. You know, Martin ain't coming down there. But I get it. Tough class, and he's there with those dudes. Get this work right. Been hit on the chin of Canelo, hit him on the cheek and face. Right. And still broke him down. Right. I caught that fate. Appreciate you, bro. Appreciate you. I just watched him. Yeah, man. That say something right there. Man. That power just is a little different. It's experience. It's how Canelo throw his shots too, man. Mainly by David and Ramos Jr. New dawn is coming through this calendar year. I'm telling you, Lone Star boxing is winning, man. They raising the bar out here. Benavidez wife when she was interviewed. Oh yeah, I ain't catch it. Gotta go check her out. Salute to Brick City, man. Appreciate you stopping through. A1 Hoop Zone, my brother. What's good, Brody? Man, good cook, man. Good cook over there as well, too, bro. As always, man. Arizona people and Showtime got to announce it right, man. Salute to Seattle, Arizona. And Showtime, man. Salute to them all, man. Boxing really won Saturday night, man. Morrell versus Benavidez be absolutely fire, man. Absolutely fire and fireworks. He just want knockouts, but don't want to set up the knockout courtesy of Sturman. Oh, yeah, absolutely. And I heard him say that. Appreciate that, Lone Star. Absolutely. They don't want to set it up. They don't want the knockout without setting it up. Absolutely. Absolutely, man. And that's why I love a technically and fundamentally sound fighter, because when they can punch, you know for sure when they get knockouts is because they're going to set it up. And it's nothing more beautiful than seeing somebody set up a knockout, not just expect her to go for it, really set it up and get the knockout. You know what I'm saying? And you were 100% right. Stormy's 100% right. Morrell by stop, he's athletic. His power is real. Benavidez is a very good fighter. His downfall is lack of defense. I can feel that. I feel that, man. Listen, I think Morrell got all the tools to make that a hell for Benavidez in there. I really do. And the fact that the punches are be heavier, it'll be more problematic. You get what I'm saying? And I think, unlike Caleb Plant, he'll be able to get more respect from Benavidez. You know what I mean? Morrell would, I think. He's a more, man, I love the heart that he showed. Like, you know, everybody that was picking him to lose, more so was picking him to get stopped late. And he hung on, man. Literally, if he had to hold on, he did it. Got many pack-type punch volume with pop. Not one KO, no, not one punch KO power. Not one bit. Not one bit, bro. Not one bit. And it's okay, you know, get him with the accumulation. Get him drunk, get him out of there, right? But As it stands, nah. One punch KO power, absolutely not. That's not David Benavidez. Boxing, what's good, family? How you feeling? Appreciate you stopping through. Look, you come right here and dropping some heat for me, man. Henry versus Lomachenko, undercard May 20th. Oscar Valdez versus Adam Lopez, too. You lying. I know you not, but damn, you just caught me off guard. So that is the real fight. They put Moritai in there versus Nakatila. Man, he got to be. Hey, man, I got to watch that. Damn. Junto Nakatani versus Andrew Maloney. Andrew Maloney about to get hurt. I ain't even about to lie. Andrew Maloney about to get hurt. Appreciate that. Appreciate you, bro, coming in, dropping that heat for your boy, man. Damn, that's a damn good undercard, bro. Somebody else mentioned that. I said this the other day. I was like, yo, I'd like to see Moritai fight Nakatila. And he come right in here with this and they really fight? Nah, I need to see that. That's going to be crazy. Salute the boxing. Y'all go check out the bro if y'all haven't. If y'all ain't subbed up the boxing, man. Do some great work over there as well. Imagine at 175. Right. Make your trainers smile, man, when you listen and set that up. The ring IQ, dexterity, boxing skills. I'm telling you, ain't nothing like it, Lone Star. Seeing somebody set it up. Not knowing the fighter has the IQ and then them showing you it. You know what I'm saying? You know, not KO Beaver. He couldn't drop Plant. Yeah, man. Plant was on him, man. Plant was hanging in there. Plant took some shots, man. Some shots. Fought on that ESPN card, too. He did. ESPN put on a solid ass card. Boxing really won last Saturday, man. Just Saturday this past, man. This weekend. Moritai versus Nakatila. Fire right there. Fire. That I want to see. I want to see that bad. I'm looking forward to that. Appreciate Dub coming there and dropping that, man. The damn good undercard. Junto Nakatani, Andrew Maloney. I think Maloney about to get smoked. Well, I ain't gonna let me lie. It's a word on the street. Damn good undercard. Nakatila, man, and Moritai, and he just fought. Man, that's crazy. Valdez and Lopez is gonna be good. Adam Lopez fight hard every fight. Every fight, bro. Every fight. He's not to be slept. Don't let the record fool you, yo. Look at the resume. Broke a fight, man. Broke a fight. Adam Lopez always give you a good fight, a tough fight. You know what I'm saying? Katila can punch, man. I'm telling you. And again, after seeing Moritai get dropped this past Saturday, bro, I'm telling you, he better keep them hands up against Moritai. He better keep them hands up. I mean, against Nakatila, because Nakatila, salute, bro. Appreciate you. Appreciate you. Top Ranks, best card of the year this far, man. It was a damn good card, bro. Ain't that too soon for Moritai? I thought, but maybe I guess not, huh? And be on his P's and Q's. He can't get cracked by bro, man. Bro gonna hurt him. Yeah, hurt him. There claims I've yet to see them. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Right. They see, I was trying to let him off the hook a little bit and just appreciate the boxing, right? I didn't want to highlight that too much to make it seem like I was hating or anything like that, because you know I don't do that. But yeah, that people ain't talking about the fact that he was promising that knockout. This again, that's not that you couldn't, he just didn't knock him out, right? And that's why you don't harp on knockouts. You don't. Your goal is not to go in there and get a knockout just because you're on pay-per-view. Because you're on pay-per-view, your goal is to go in there and look as good as you can, get the job done, but look as good as you can while you're doing it. And if that comes with a knockout, if you being the best version, that's the goal. Should be to be the best version of yourself on pay-per-view, on fight night. And in doing so, if being the best version of yourself on fight night, on pay-per-view, comes with a knockout, then that's the cherry on top. But you don't make that a sole focus, because you could kind of let things slip away from you. And like I said, look how the fight played out in the first half as opposed to the second half. He was chasing that knockout early. I know he was. I was watching. He was chasing that a little bit. And it wasn't there because Caleb Plant was way too elusive early on. 6'9" heavyweight that fought the Samoan. What are you talking? What's his name again? Is he young? The young, you talking about the young one, ain't you, Shower? And Beeble guys tank. You better not expect easy. Yeah, not later rounds. Beeble got that smoke for you in the later rounds too. Salute to my bro Jim back in that super chat, putting that love, putting that color in the chat. Much love and appreciation, bro. As
and
always.
we ain't never got to box again. Well. I already been getting these bets, but now it's time for you to get your just due.
Salute to my bro Jim. Much love, Brody. Mr. Mechanical, what's good, family? How you feeling, bro? Appreciate you stopping through. Of course, said yeah. 903. So that boy hitting hard. That boy hitting hard. Salute to my bro Jim. Much love and appreciation. Mr. Mechanical, salute family. He said he hit hard. You already know, A1, no things necessary, man. We always there, man. I'm always there, bro. Our World Boxing. Salute to my bro in that Cash App. Much love, much appreciation.
And we ain't never got to box again. Well. I already been getting these bets, but now it's time for you to get your just due.
Much love and appreciation, my bro. He did Burchelt. He did Burchelt filthy. And we know he was clean, 10K. No, 100% facts. We knew he wasn't on no juice. That man punching different, man. Salute to everybody in the building. Y'all punch that like button. We're going to cook for a little while longer. But like Ben expects everyone to slow down because that's what he used to. Look, we could talk about it. Again, the biggest concern was I didn't see enough boxing from him and being successful in boxing, right? What I knew about Benavidez coming into the fight is, you know, of course he can box in spots against certain people, right? But I knew against Caleb Plant would force Benavidez to play chess, right? And then playing chess, I knew Caleb Plant was going to be the better chess player. That's what I seen. And the most concerning part about the fight for me is while it was a boxing match and when both guys were at their freshest, the fight was like, it was, to me, Caleb Plant was, you know, winning more decisively than me in the beginning half, of course. You know what I'm saying? So while them dudes was at their freshest, he couldn't do much with Plant. You get what I'm saying? He couldn't corner him, couldn't cut the ring off good enough. Caleb Plant was able to exit, get away from him, tie him up. Like, it was a lot he was able to do early. Like, my concern is the boxing ability early. Like, he wasn't able to implement himself into the fight until his opponent got tired. Now, of course, he landed some shots in between those rounds, but it was nothing with no real consistency where Caleb Plant had to really worry. If that's the way the fight was going to go, like if the first half of the fight, if the second half of the fight played out like the first half, we know who won the fight definitively. Unanimous decision, Caleb Plant. That's what I'm saying. So the fact that the fight was so, like, it was so obvious to me in the beginning part when they were fresh, you know what I mean? That it's like you can't bank on everybody getting tired. And the fact that, you know, Caleb Plant did, it was an advantage for Benavidez. It worked in his favor. But we all know, like, say he don't get tired, bro. Get what I'm saying? Say he had a full tank of gas with a reserve how Benavidez have. It's just a much different fight. So, like I said before, on paper, it was a 50-50 type fight, right? This is why I said that was the card of 50-50 matchups. But when them dudes was at their best, with the most in their gas tank, the action to me wasn't playing out 50-50. It wasn't like Caleb Plant went around, then Benavidez, Caleb. You get what I'm saying? It wasn't like it was like to me, it looked like Caleb Plant was putting multiple rounds into the bank to me. That when they were at their freshest. Only once he slowed down, then Benavidez started to be able to put consecutive rounds into the bank. That's what I'm saying. Even if you felt like Benavidez might have won an early round or two, what I'm saying for me, he didn't win consecutive rounds until the back half of the fight where his opponent got tired. And it makes me feel like had his opponent not got fatigued, I still don't feel like he was gassed. I feel like Caleb Plant was gassed. I think he would have got stopped. You get what I'm saying? To me, gassed is like what Anthony Yarde was against Kovalev. I feel like he was more tired than he was hurt, and that's why he got knocked out. Caleb Plant would have been in one of them situations to me. But, you know what I mean? But as it stood, he was very fatigued. He was running on fumes, and Benavidez was coming on strong. You get what I'm saying? But I think it's safe to assume that if he didn't slow down the way he did, he slowed down considerably. Not just a tick or two, considerably. And he became a much more stationary target, which is why Benavidez was able to have the success he had. Now, my concern, like I said, is If this dude, I seen David Morrell box for 12 rounds at a good pace, and he made a guy that had double the fights he had look average. If you get in there with a David Morrell and he pile up about 3-4 rounds in the first half of the fight or more, or he's winning that first half of the fight decisively, you can't bank on him getting tired in that back half and you coming on strong. So my biggest concern is when it was a boxing match, you were getting outboxed. He was punching air. You was hitting the ropes. I know I wasn't the only one seeing it. I was like, yo, Caleb Plant is winning this fight rather easily, like convincingly, should I say. It's not looking real tough right now. And the only time it got tough was when he got tired. I'm not as impressed at what you can do with a guy when he's fatigued and tired as opposed to what you can do with a guy that's fresh still. You get what I'm saying? That won't get as tired. And that's what my biggest concern is. What are you going to do if you're in there with a pure boxer that got some boxing ability, IQ, that got some power, footwork, defense? You get what I'm saying? Those you have some guys that fit the bill. You get what I'm saying? Those are going to be tough fights. I'm not saying you can't win them, but it's the fact that you don't have that one punch knockout power and you're just hoping and banking on, guys gassing out or slowing down so you can get the advantage. That's dangerous, man. That's a dangerous game because it could have backfired against Caleb Plant. That could have backfired. You did not look, my biggest issue, he did not look like David Benavidez until his man got tired. Then you seen him be David Benavidez, physically imposing, rough, coming on stronger, looking like he getting stronger as the rounds go because he seen his man getting tired. You get what I'm saying? That's just something that he had. That's the ace in the hole, but you don't want that to be something that you rely on. You know what I'm saying? All the time. You just don't want that. You get what I'm saying? You don't want to be put in a situation where you got to keep, let me see if he slow down. Now he's more stationary. Now I could get off these 4 or 5 punch combinations that I like to rip, even 6 sometimes. I told people all along he was not going to be hit all this volume that people kept talking about. It wasn't going to be much a factor, especially when not for the first half of the fight. You get what I'm saying? I told people Caleb Plant will have to control the range and the distance. He did that very well. And in controlling the distance and the range, he lowered the output of David Benavidez, what kept him in the fight more. Get what I'm saying? But bad part, the downside to that is you made him less active, but that means he already don't gas, but he got even more in the back half of the fight because he wasn't as active as he normally is because you wasn't in range where he could beat you up like he normally do everybody else. I told people, good fighters can do this. They will control the distance and the range and effort to control the pace and the volume of the fighter that they fighting. That's what he did to David Benavidez for the first half. He eliminated the volume being an issue. That wasn't a factor. To me, it wasn't much of a factor at all, even when he got tired. He still had enough to outwork him, and it just looked bad for Plant because his 12 rounds don't hit how Benavidez 12 rounds hit. 12 rounds for Benavidez, he could go. He like he could go 15. Caleb Plant hit that wall, and it just was that. It was, you know what I mean? He was in there fighting off fumes, bro. He tried, but he couldn't do it, bro. Tell you who was going to win. Yeah, man. That's what they said, but I still seen a guy that really had a real good chance of winning, bro. I'm still glad that I picked him. I'm still glad I picked Caleb Plant. Yo, the hand speed was the same to me. Right. That hand speed was about the same. David got some fast hands too, right? 8th round and 1. He was stationary, and that right there, you feel me, Shower? Right there, stationary target, Lone Star, and that was it for him. That was it. Bro, gonna land some of significance early on in that fight. Plant doesn't do that in Thrill Hill. That was the big key too, bro. The lack of respect. Even though you were boxing him, if it was more behind those punches, then you get his respect, then we have a different conversation today too. But he didn't respect you. He just kept coming. I think Morrell will be able to land something significant, like you saying, of note, that will make him second guess just coming forward like that. You know what I mean? Real identities on the outside. I think athletic Cubans, he's just super duper athletic. For that nugget, yeah, I love the Charlo's uppercut from Ronnie nowadays, man. Yeah, man. All facts, man. I'm telling you, Morrell, one of them ones, man. His tank did get empty. Yeah, it did. Nah, I mean, listen, to me, I'm gonna say this. I feel like what contributed to I don't feel like his gas tank issues the way people say, because the dude be in crazy shape, right? And he lives the fighter's lifestyle. I just think it's about pace with Caleb Plant. And I think he do so much, so well early on that, you know, once you get to the back half, you get what I'm saying? It's hard to keep up with what he's doing. All that moving, and you get what I'm saying? Then you got a guy like Benavidez that's constantly pressuring you and never stopping. Then you got to think of the mental pressure and things like that. It just wears you out. So, you know, it wasn't just him alone. Obviously, Benavidez has something to do with it, but I feel like the way Caleb Plant fights as well as, you know, you got to have a hell of a gas tank to maintain the way he likes to fight, especially in the first half of the fight. Because if he's able to duplicate what he does in the first half and the second half from an energy standpoint, from a conditioning standpoint, then he can close fights a lot better. But because I think, you know, the work that he does so well so early in the fight and him not having the best gas tank, you know, he slows down. You know, he kind of hit that wall. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know, man. But he put up a hell of a fight, though, man. He did. He definitely put up a hell of a fight. And I don't think to be honest with you, I don't like the pressure to me was ineffective the whole first half. And why I wasn't impressed by the pressure that he put on, because it was only effective when the guy got tired. All that other pressure that he was doing up until that point, when Caleb Plant still had, you know, some good gas in the tank where he was able to continually give him lateral movement, he couldn't do nothing with him. You get what I'm saying? The pressure to me was ineffective for the whole first half of the fight. For the most part, it wasn't effective with no consistency where you constantly seen Caleb Plant in trouble. He was able to exit, get out of trouble, and then it got to the point, and tell me if I'm wrong, it got to the point. Remember when David Benavidez pointed to the ground like he wanted Caleb Plant to stand there and fight him? He was showing frustration, holding his hands out. That's what will let you know that Caleb Plant was outboxing him. And the pressure he was applying, it wasn't working. He was following him. I know for the first half of the fight, he was following him. Once he got tired, then he was able to cut the ring off with some consistency and make it look bad for Caleb Plant. You know what I'm saying? That's why I wasn't overly impressed. Again, moving forward, the tougher the challenges get, right? You assume the challenges is going to get tougher. You can't wait to the second half of fights to impose yourself. You get what I'm saying? You gotta know how to implement and impose yourself in the first half of a fight, no matter if you in there with a boxer or a guy that like to fight like you. It seems like, to me, he had a real issue with a guy that was presenting a moving target for him. Like, again, stationary target, A+. Stationary target, you right in front of him, the absolute worst place to be is in front of David Benavidez. That lateral movement, getting off the line and slipping in and out, how Caleb Plant was doing, that gave him fits all the way up until Plant got tired. Like, it literally worked all the way up until Plant got tired. It was not one single round that it didn't work while Plant was still moving around and active. It only became ineffective, and his pressure became effective once Plant got tired. That's my concern, because I know some guys that can fight at a pace and stay at that pace for 12 rounds. You get what I'm saying? I think that's the biggest concern if I'm just, you know, nitpicking. You know what I'm saying? Parkside, yeah, I don't know what that is. Jerron Ennis versus Terrence Crawford versus Errol Spence. I like any of them fights, Yano. I like any of them fights. Johnny Q, my brody, what's happening with it, Johnny Q? What's good with it, bro? Q has to learn to be more efficient. It's energy utilization, right? It's just more about pace, right? And I think Shawa, you know, him naturally being a boxer, a guy that likes to be elusive and move. You get what I'm saying? You mix that with him having, you know, getting tired in the back half of fights, and then you add a guy that's constantly pressuring you and never stopping. That I think David Benavidez has the perfect kind of style to kind of push the pace. You know what I mean? At least the pressure and just being there, and you knowing what he liked to do, and Caleb knowing that he had to be out of the danger zone so much. I think it requires a lot of energy to stay away from him, and you got to think if you was able to hit him and make him really, you know what I mean, respect the power, then you can slow him down. You'll have that to rely on, but it's only so long. Like, you know, before you get tired, you use your legs, and you fighting back. You get what I'm saying? You getting hit in between. You get what I'm saying? So it take a toll on the body. It take a lot on you physically, man. And he just couldn't finish, man. He started strong, but he was on fumes before it was all said and done. Speed up his production. That's what he forced it. And use a guard, a slick fighter, but when you're tired, you can't just have your hands at your sides. Absolutely not. 817, what's good with it, family? How you feeling? Punchy, what's good, fam? Kenny barely need to be investigated. I feel you, man. He needs to be sparring 15 rounds to help with that. Something, right? I don't know what it is, Jim. I don't know what it is. What it is, because you figure he lived that lifestyle, don't smoke and drink and things like that, and he stayed around shape. Like, you never see Caleb playing out of shape. It's just, I don't know what it is, bro. Some people say it's mental. Like, I just don't know. All around. Yeah, man, I like the skill set of Morrell, man. Very skillful dude, rolling with the punches. What's good, family? How you feeling? How y'all bros feeling, man? Salute to the family in the building, man. We're gonna cook for a little longer before we get on out of here. That's the point of applying pressures, to drag them in the deep waters and drown them. Yeah, but again, bro, I think it only worked because you got a guy that gets tired at the back end of fights, right? So again, I'm gonna give him some credit for constantly trying to be in his face and making him have to move, right? You give him credit where it's due, right? But again, it wasn't effective with no consistency until the guy got tired. So that tells me that his pressure wasn't. You get what I'm trying to say? If when we are at our best, both of us, we're still with the most energy in the tank, and you're applying your pressure and it's not effective with any consistency, for me, I'm not going to be that impressed. And I don't want to sound like I'm taking nothing from him, but again, when he looked his best, it was after a guy got tired. I'm not overly impressed by that. If you were able to kind of, win multiple rounds, maybe with some consistency while the dude was fresh, I feel like maybe you can box with him. What I'm saying, what I'm getting at in my mind, y'all might see it different. Caleb Plant could fight better in spots with Benavidez than Benavidez could box better with him in spots. That's what I seen. When Caleb Plant had to sit down, bite down, I seen them catching each other, exchanging shots. Now, of course, who hit harder, but like I said, Caleb Plant was able to fight a bit with Benavidez in spots. Like I said, he was going to have to. But I feel like when it was a boxing match, I don't feel like, I don't feel like Benavidez did as good as Caleb Plant did when they was fighting. You get what I'm saying? So that's to me, that's where I kind of, chopped the fight up into, because it was like a tale of two halves. When it was a boxing match, that's advantage Caleb Plant. But some of them moments where they had to fight, Caleb Plant was able to hang. I'm not saying he was winning, but he was hanging with him. But for me, like I said, while it was a boxing match, I feel like Caleb Plant was boxing and moving, making him miss wide. And if he had more pop on his punches, I think we have a different conversation. But he's just not a puncher, man. He's swatted and investigated. 10K say he need to be swatted and investigated. Has an inside game. It all depends on who he fighting. I think he wasn't willing to trade on the inside with David Benavidez. I think Caleb Plant has an inside game. I ain't gonna say it's the best. I think he has an inside game, but I think against Benavidez, he was unwilling to, when it got close, to try to mix it up with him. I don't think he was comfortable trying to mix it up with him in close. You know what I mean? He did it a little bit, but ultimately, like you seen the tying up is what he was doing. So I didn't think he really wanted to. One thing I don't do is cap, yo. Like I do no capping. I'm always talking with logic and sense. Ask anybody, I don't cap. That's for y'all young kids, man. I don't cap. I don't cap for nobody. I call it how I see it. I call it a solid. Nothing I'm saying is capping. You know what I'm saying? Get what I'm saying? You just don't hear people break it down like this. So my assessment is gonna be one of one. You're not gonna hear another person break it down like this. You know what I mean? I never cap for nobody. I know what I seen. When it was a boxing match, Caleb Plant was winning the fight, was winning the boxing match. When it turned into a fight in the back half of the fight, that was Benavidez's fight. You know what I'm saying? Nobody gonna tell me that I didn't see a guy get outboxed for the first half of the fight and then turn it on late. That's why I'm not overly impressed, because you wasn't able to really do much with him when he still had gas in the tank. That's what I seen. We only seen the Mexican monster when Caleb Plant hit that wall from a fatigue standpoint, and then he started to come on strong. Other than that, he won no rounds with no consistency. He didn't pile up no back-to-back rounds. To me, Caleb Plant was outboxing him. That's what I seen, making him miss and landing in between. That's what I seen clearly. It wasn't even tell of two different halves. I know one, and it's not how you start, it's how you finish. And that worked out for David Benavidez. He didn't quit, and he got the job done late. You know what I'm saying? But I'm not overly impressed. Again, his biggest issue moving forward is him finding a way to implement himself into the fight. Despite him being in there with a pure boxer, it don't matter. You got to find a way to still be able to be successful in them early rounds. You can't give away rounds like that, allowing a guy to just outbox you and bank on somebody getting tired. You get what I'm saying? Like I said, I use Morrell as an example because, you know, the president suggested that they fight each other, and they already mentioned and fight each other. And I see what Morrell got. I see he got a good 12 rounds in the bank. I just seen him fight 12 rounds. He made a guy that had double the amount of fights look bad. The attributes that he have, having good feet, good hand speed with good pop, I think he'll be able to get the respect of Benavidez. It's not a place in the ring where David Morrell's not comfortable. That'd be a damn good fight. Stylistically, it'd be fun. You know what I'm saying? So, again, you just can't bank on everybody getting tired down the stretch and thinking you just going to come on and wear them out. I'm not overly impressed by that approach. You get what I'm saying? You got to do a lot better. He looked, I want to go too far. It was a considerable gap in skill level when they were at their freshest. David wasn't getting washed by any stretch, none of that, right? But he was getting outboxed cleanly in the first half. To me, clean. It was clean. You know what I mean? Yeah, you might want to argue around and so forth, but those were Caleb Plant-paced rounds. The first half of the fight wasn't fought at no David Benavidez pace. That was fought at a Caleb Plant pace. That's why it was easy for me to see the rounds for him. You know when a guy is doing what they do. And when David Benavidez finally started doing what he do, is when Caleb Plant got tired. And you started to see him win rounds with consistency because that's what he do. You get what I'm saying? But he couldn't box with Caleb Plant, in my opinion. Not when they both had their gas. David feet was horrible. He'd be out of position a lot, right? He do. It's true. He do be out of position. Success the same way Plant did early, but Morrell ain't pillow fisted. And he going put more on them punches, in my opinion, and he'll be able to get the respect of a Benavidez more so early than what Caleb Plant really didn't get Benavidez respect. You heard what he said at the end of the fight. He didn't feel his power at all. I don't think he'll feel like that against David Morrell. That's just me, respectfully. I don't think he'll feel like that. You know what I'm saying? He's boxing for a while, not putting it all together, I thought. Right. But slick boxer does a lot of leaping and reaching and has pretty punch selection. Right. Caleb respects his opponent too much in the ring. He be needing to put more on them punches. 817. To me, he just got to put more. You know what I mean? You got to put more sting on them joints. Rome, what's good with it? Damn good card. Great night of boxing. I ain't mad about nothing. Joey Spencer got his ass handed to him. I was definitely wrong about that, boy. He got his ass handed to him, bro. Joey looked like he's fighting at least a super middleweight. Damn near light heavyweight in the ring, bro. Yeah, he has very good cardio to me, Morrell. Like I seen the last fight he fought at a good pace. His punch selection was good. His feet were good. He was defensively responsible. The punches had sting on them. You know what I mean? He was hurting that guy. You know what I mean? There's a lot of great action. Morrell moves to change angles and attack and defend. Caleb only does that for 6 rounds, and Morrell can do it for 12. Absolutely. I'm with you, 817. Absolutely, bro. Absolutely. Still thought Plant won the fight, though, man. Them cards is bothering me. Yeah, that 117, 111 was bogus. Bogus, clinching and tying up is part of boxing. It is. That's why I don't know why people was making a big deal. That's why I say, like, man, we getting so, like, spoiled in the sport. We get mad at everything. Everything. Like, we be mad at too much, man. That was a damn good fight. Kenny Bayless is a damn good referee, in my opinion. At some point, I hear people complain about every single referee. It's like somebody got to be a good referee, bro. Like, you ain't going to get it perfect, man. You know what I mean? Ain't going to get it perfect. But salute to everybody in the building. We're going to cook for about another couple minutes or so, man. Caleb needs to train with the mountains or something. Yeah, I don't know what it is, bro, because he lives the lifestyle of a fighter. You know what I mean? It's a 12-round fight. That's a silly argument. It's not. See, this is the thing, bro. Just don't do arguments, bro. I add perspective. There's no argument. There's no argument. I'm just telling you that's the most obvious statement that it's a 12-round fight. The fact that I broke the fight up in 2 different halves because that's how I seen the action. Caleb Plant needs to understand it's a 12-round fight, which I'm pretty sure he do, but he needs to understand he needs to be able to put out that output for 12 rounds and not 6.5 or 6.25. So it's not an argument. It's me telling you what it is. When a guy is at his freshest, I'm not going to be impressed by the way David Benavidez won this fight as everybody else is, because like I said, when them dudes were at their freshest, he wasn't able to be successful with any real consistency until his opponent got tired. What I'm saying is that's not going to be the case for everybody. That can't be the approach. for everybody that you fight, which I don't think it will be. But what I'm saying is my concern for David Benavidez, he has to find a way to implement his game plan and his style and be physically imposing on his guy a lot earlier than halfway through the fight. That's not a good strategy. That's not a good strategy to give up rounds. You're being outboxed cleanly round after round, in my opinion. I don't care what nobody talking about. That's why you got 3 different judges and everybody see different things. I never tell nobody they're wrong. But what JusDueBoxing was a guy getting outboxed. While it was a chess match, I seen Caleb Plant winning that chess match. When it turned into checkers, I seen David Benavidez do what he do. Come on strong, be physically imposing, land the bigger, harder shots, and win the fight. I'm not knocking it. But that approach won't work for everybody, because if you get outboxed for half a fight, essentially, and then you're banking on your guy getting tired. Say that guy don't get tired. You get outboxed from the first half of the fight, you're going to get outboxed for the second half of the fight. He has an issue with moving targets. Guys that can box, move, give them lateral movement, get their head off the line. You get what I'm saying? I see him struggling with that. I see it. So it's like, you know, he's his best when he's a stationary target. And that showed me something. That makes you a limited fighter. That's not saying that you ain't a damn good fighter, but that makes you limited in the area that's an area of concern. You mentioning guys like David Morrell or Boo Andrade that can move and won't be gassed to the point where they won't be able to fight through the second half of the fight. You get what I'm saying? So it's just something to think about. And it don't mean he'll lose to these dudes, but I just know what I'll be saying. And again, it's never about arguing. It's always about the conversation. Arguments, you don't get nowhere. Conversations, we do. You know what I'm saying? As long as we understand each other, it's a conversation, never an argument, man. Love the conversation, not the argument, man. To me, Plant didn't lose just because he gassed. He also lost because he had no plan B, had a plan A. I mean, I guess you could say that again. I don't tell people they're wrong. For me, I feel like Benavidez ain't had no plan B. I feel like his plan A just started working eventually because the guy got tired. I didn't see a plan B from Benavidez. I seen him doing the same thing he did in the first half of the fight. He did in the second half of the fight. The only difference was he was in there with a guy that was physically fatigued and unable to get out of the way. So he didn't have a plan B. He did the same exact thing in the second half. He did nothing different. He just had more success because he had a guy that was able to provide less movement and being more stationary, and he was forced to sit still a lot longer than what he wanted to. And Benavidez, like he was supposed to, he took advantage of it. You know what I'm saying? Took advantage of it. I seen no plan B from him. None. And I seen him look very, very in a rush with his food for the first half of the fight. See, people ain't going to say that because he won the fight. And y'all know I don't tear people down and diss them. I give constructive criticism, bro. Bro ain't he didn't impress me like people are impressed that he won this fight. Because again, he only was successful once his man got tired. I'm not overly impressed. When Caleb Plant had gas, he was getting outboxed. That's what I seen. So it's like, what if Caleb Plant don't get tired? That's a big what if, right? But I'm just saying, what if you fighting a guy that don't get tired and can fight 12 rounds the same way you could, or can set a pace and maintain that pace for 12 rounds without gassing or getting tired, whatever y'all want to call it. You see what I'm saying? That's all. That's only my concern. But he's 26 years old. David Benavidez can only continue to work and get better. So again, it's like when I critique somebody, it's not with me to tear the fighter down. It's just something I feel like I see. You know what I'm saying? I feel like he need to work on it. You know, I remember like Morrell Jr. his last fight, I noticed the work he and Ronnie Shields have been doing. It definitely showed. You got to think about the language barrier too. Right. All right, he's a beast, man. He's a beast. When Benavidez fights someone who has power and can stand toe-to-toe, that's when Benavidez is going to get exposed. Talk to him, bro. Listen, I think the fight get tougher I think a David Morrell fight is a tougher fight stylistically for David Benavidez than people think. Him having those slower feet like that and banking on a guy to get tired, it's going to be tough. But facts, Asante L, man, that's when the fight's going to get tougher for sure, bro. Salute to everybody in the building. Y'all smash that like button for you, bro. If you haven't, salute to everybody, man. Pick Plant to win before the fight, so I get it for real. Yeah, I picked him too. I picked him. I didn't pick him because I ain't like Benavidez, though. That headbutt changed a lot. Yeah, man. Yeah, it did. It really did, 817. It really did. Took a little something out of him. Took a little something up out of him, man. I think it's an easy way of saying that Caleb is the more skilled fighter, but Dave was a better fighter. Yeah, that night, absolutely was a better fighter that night. Better man that night because he He came on strong and won them championship rounds too, which has helped him seal the deal, in my opinion. But I'm just not overly impressed with the way that played out. Like I'm not. I'm glad because he didn't show me nothing different. That's what he normally do. That's what he normally do. You get what I'm saying? So it's like I ain't again, and we looking at a guy that's younger. You know what I mean? So we looking for these improvements more so than a guy that everybody was saying was gonna get stopped, get his jaw broken, and all this stuff. It's crazy how that knockout talk went out the window when they ain't even see him get dropped or hurt, right? And he get hurt, he got hurt, obviously, but you know, Canelo hurt, like where he was. He came close though. He had to hold on for dear life, but get what I'm saying? That knockout talk, man, it gets you every time, man. And again, he was chasing that knockout, and it wasn't coming. I didn't see a plan B. I didn't see him all of a sudden start doing something different. All I seen was a guy get tired, and the same stuff that he was doing in the first half start working now because he's in there with a guy that's in front of him more. Stationary target, he took advantage how he's supposed to. No slight to him, but it's just a critique, and you got to be able to point that out. Even if you like him, you got to be real enough to say that he didn't box. He didn't look particularly well when he had to box. He didn't look good boxing. He didn't, not to me. But he looked how he looked when he fight. But that's what we know he do. It's still an unknown. Like he struggles with movers, bro. He had a real issue with the lateral movement of Caleb Plant. Caleb Plant was outsmarting him in that first half of the fight. I seen him struggling. And again, he's very fortunate that guy got tired, bro. I'm very fortunate, bro. Respect and love this channel. So many different point of views and discussions. Always good. Always. That's why I don't tell people they wrong, because y'all got something to add too. When somebody sees something that I didn't see, I'm going to tell you like, oh, yeah, I get you. That's why I say, man, I don't do arguments, man. We have dope conversations, dope builds, man. Think Plant could do with Morrell. Again, Plant skillfully can compete with anybody, right? He can compete with anybody skillfully. But again, you know, just not being the biggest puncher and not being a known puncher, not being a puncher, period. And you figure more of your fights are going to go the distance, right? But then when you factor in the fact that when you get to the back half of the fights, you tend to slow down a lot, considerably. It's hard to bank on that. You get what I'm saying? At the elite level. So, you know, the elite level guys are going to always give Caleb Plant hell. But not everybody can put him in the same compromising situations that Benavidez put him in, right? Because everybody not relentless like Benavidez. But a Morrell, like I said, that'd be a tough fight, bro. Because, like I said, halfway through the fight, we know skillfully he can compete, right? But what's going to happen when you start getting tired against a guy that can box with you? You get what I'm saying? It's similar. It's going to get bad. It get bad in there. You know what I'm saying? So it'll get bad. But it'll be a good fight. But that it's hard. Like, you know, half of being able to compete, especially at the elite level, is being able to go to the duration of the fight if you need to. The 12 rounds, that's 36 minutes. You get tired against these guys, especially when you up there in competition. Them fights just get tougher, bro. It's hard to bank on a guy that you know at some point got a real chance, a real high possibility that's slowing down. You get what I'm saying? It's tough. So it'll be a tough fight for him. You know what I mean? But I feel like as long as he got that gas in his tank, he fine. But it's like once he start, you know, you start to see it all start to unfold for him, man. It get tough. They get tough. Plant was running around hugging. I ain't see Plant running Saturday night. I did see him doing some holding. I did see him holding on for his life a little bit though, but I ain't see him do no running. I never seen the Caleb Plant fight where he ran. I don't call ring general shit running. I think that's smart movement, smart footwork. He had the pressure fighter. That was the bull. It was the bull and the matador for the first half of the fight, and the bull was being made to look silly by the matador. Difference is, you know, it's a bull, right? Bulls don't essentially get tired, right? The matador is going to get tired before the bull, right? And that's what happened in that fight. And then the bull caught up to the matador. He didn't get him out of there, but he came close. He did some excessive holding. It's for the referee to come in there and give him a warning about it. He only supposed to do what he's supposed to do. You get what I'm saying? But the clinching is part of the game. You get what I'm saying? The only reason people have a problem with the clinching is because they probably wanted to see Caleb Plant get knocked out. If it was the fighter that they was rooting for during the clinching, people wouldn't have a problem with it. That's just my opinion. I don't think people have a problem with it. The only people that brought up clinching is the people that was rooting for Benavidez because they wanted to see a knockout. That's it. But a boxer is supposed to find a way to box for 12 rounds, not allow himself to be slow cooked and having a fight, David, which we saw what happened. I feel like I don't know. It's just I can't make no excuse for a dude not having a gas tank. I just can't. That's what it is. But I seen who the better boxer was. He didn't win because he didn't have the necessary gas to complete the mission. So I don't know, but it's still things that I look at, and I'm not overly impressed by a guy that was only able to look good or look decent once his man got tired. So it's like, yeah, Caleb Plant, you can't look good for 6 rounds either because it's a 12-round fight. So that's his issue. I just alluded to that the whole time. I don't know what else I could say. That's his issue. I don't know how he fixed it. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. He got bread, man. He got the best of the best, but Mr. Home Salute fan, he just couldn't. I don't know. He got gas tank issues, man. I don't think he was gassed completely, but he was on fumes for them last 3 or 4 rounds. He was on fumes. Beat the house on Jesus Ramos. Yeah, Mr. Holmes. Jesus Ramos put hands on my boy Joey, man. You know what I mean? Start boxing. Put hands on something, A1. Put hands on something. Morrell beats Plant with an explosive shot. It's possible, bro. It's damn sure possible, bro. For sure. You got Morrell over Benavidez. I don't know who I got in that fight just yet. I don't know. But I know Morrell does the things that Caleb Plant can do. Morrell can do them too. The difference is Morrell, I don't believe he'll get tired within the 12 rounds. So I think he'll be able to, whatever pace that he set, I think Morrell will be able to keep it up. If Benavidez can't box with Morrell, how he couldn't box with Caleb Plant, I got him losing that fight. David Morrell, like I don't listen. I don't want to come off and be too harsh and sound like I'm hating on somebody, but I seen a essentially one-dimensional fighter win a fight because his man got tired. No disrespect. He did nothing spectacular in there to win, yo. The best thing that happened to him was what a lot of people, especially the ones that was going against Plant, happened. I just need people to understand it's no hate, it's no dissing. We all got our perspectives and opinions. For me, I wasn't overly impressed with that win because I seen the tale of 2 different halves. I seen it as if a dude didn't get tired, you was going to get your head boxed off. That's what I seen. Lucky for you, dude got tired. And then you were able to look like David Benavidez. That's not impressive to me. Again, you know, if y'all super impressed with it, have at it. But I'm not dissing it. But when he was boxing, his feet looked bad, yo. Or y'all forgetting that he was missing a lot early. Caleb Plant had this dude swinging in the air so much so he started pointing to the ground. Remember, he was getting frustrated. He showed frustration on 2 different occasions because he couldn't land nothing on Caleb Plant. Yeah, I know we prisoners of the moment, and the lasting effect is the last thing y'all seen, that lasting image of him beating up Caleb Plant and him roughing him up for them last few rounds. But I understand. I still remember what took place in that first half of the fight. He was getting outboxed. He was looking bad. He was swinging. He was hitting the air. He was hitting the ropes. I'm like, yo, I seen him making David Morrell look bad. I mean, David Benavidez look bad, just swinging in the air. That's what I seen. In the first half, that's what I seen. Then he got tired, and I'm like, oh, okay. Now he tired now. Yeah, and he was following him around the ring. Y'all seen it. He pointed to the ground and basically told Caleb Plant, stand here and fight me. When they do that, that's frustration. That's because he couldn't land. He wasn't able to land no shot. He wasn't landing with no consistency until Caleb Plant got tired. I'm not overly impressed with that. That showed me that it's a gap in skill level. It's a gap. What took place in the back half of the fight was a matter of stamina and conditioning, endurance, whatever you want to call it. That's what that was. That wasn't skillful. That wasn't a matter of skill down the stretch. You had like a wounded duck almost. You got a guy that's running on fumes, bro. And meanwhile, you coming stronger. That's your ace in the hole. It's nothing to take from him, but that's a real assessment, bro. That's nothing to take from him. While it was a boxing match, he didn't look good with the pure boxer. He was getting his head boxed off. It looked rather easy to me. I promise you. He only started looking like David. People ain't gonna see, you ain't gonna hear nobody break it down this way. He didn't look like him until bro got tired, bro. He was making that man look bad. And he got frustrated. He showed his frustration on two different occasions. One, when he pointed to the ground. Another one, I think he like threw his hands up in the air. He wanted Caleb Plant to stand there so he could get rock'em sock'em robot. Caleb Plant did a hell of a job boxing his ears off, but he got tired. David Benavidez did a hell of a job staying the course. You know, he got frustrated, but he stayed the course. He ain't quit, and he got his man in the later rounds. Came on strong, won the championship rounds. He did his thing. But I'm still going to have an honest critique for him. You better not be overly impressed with that, because there's some fighters that I feel like that performance, you fight against David Morrell that way, I don't think he beats David Morrell, man. I don't. And I don't look at number of fights and determine if that's quality. Numbers, that's just a number. You got to look at the quality that David Morrell been fighting some quality fighters, bro. The man had about a 12-rounder in like his third, fourth fight. He on the fast track for a reason. The dude fought like a 22-0 fighter that was quality of some note, not just a padded 22-0, a quality Lennox Allen, and beat his ass. You get what I'm saying? David Morrell will be a lot more competitive with Benavidez than people think if he don't outright beat him. The things that he lack in, move slow feet, not being able to cut the ring off. I seen David Morrell be able to use every inch of the ring with comfort. And I ain't seen a point in the ring where he's not comfortable. That's what that dude is comfortable everywhere in the ring. He got some pop, he got speed, he got punch variation. You get what I'm saying? He defensively responsible. You get what I'm saying? Like the dude, he aggressive when he need to be. I don't know, man. Like, I'm not overly impressed that a guy had his biggest moments when somebody was dead tired, bro. That don't do a whole lot for me. Like, I'm just not overly impressed by it. Salute to everybody in the building. Jay Miller, what's good? What's good, my bro? How you feeling? Appreciate you stopping through. My bad, y'all. These comments. Salute to everybody in the building. Y'all smash that like button. King Judah, what's good with it? We saw what many hate to admit. Pressure box, out box for a fighter. A gas if you had David's motor plant would have won a UD. King Judah, I promise you, bro. And that's respect to David Benavidez. Again, it's a conversation, y'all. If y'all see it a different way, say it. If I see it, I read it. It's all good. Nothing is one way over here at Just Do. Somebody see something different. That's what the family do. Y'all tell me what y'all seen. That's just my interpretation of it. You know what I'm saying? Y'all might have something different, bro. Caleb didn't win early rounds. That's crazy. Yeah, that 117 was bogus. For sure it was. People think Plant won the fight. I thought it was supposed to be a smart channel. Yeah, you trying it, bro. You trying it, man. Like, I just don't understand. You must be a kid or something, bro. You must be a kid, man. You must be a kid, because whenever you can't add intelligence to a boxing conversation, you go with a childish insult. A smart channel. Like, we smart over here together, bro. Being smart doesn't mean making you agree with my opinion. You're stating your opinion. You're not stating no fact. You're going to state what you think. I'm going to state what I think. It's not a matter of being smart. I'm always logical and reasonable. You obviously childish, bro. And this might not be the channel for you, bro. You could, you know what I mean? You don't got to tap in. You could go wherever you like it at. Go over there and be disrespectful and you know what I mean? You don't want to add to the conversation. You know what I mean? You don't got to be here. You don't got to be here, bro. Steve Willis is the guy. The referee did a good job, bro. People, we overly critical. All we do is complain. We have a problem with everything that don't go our way. That's not boxing, bro. That's complaining. I say he was supposed to do this. He should have did this. Man, he didn't want to be the star of the show. He let the fighters do that. Why do people complain so much? They complain about him allowing Plant to hold. He got how many elbows? Did y'all count how many elbows Plant took? If we complaining, what are y'all talking about? It worked against both of them. He got the hold a little bit. Benavidez got away with some probably unintentional elbows. I'm not going to say he did it on purpose. I'm not going to call him a dirty fighter. I'm not going to do that. You know what I mean? Stop. All we do is complain and whine. And then when somebody don't say something that lines up with your point of view or your opinion, you go with the insults. I hate that. That shows a very immature way of thinking, bro. Got to up your level of thinking, bro. Instead of typing in the chat, typing stupid stuff. Go find somebody to play with. First rounds, Caleb definitely was up. Listen, to me, this is why you got 3 judges, man. People are simple-minded. You got 3 judges, and them 3 people can see different things. You're going to tell them each time they see something different, they dumb. They don't know nothing. They dumb. You ain't see it the way I seen it, so that makes you dumb. We got to stop doing that. That makes you ignorant. You want a difference of opinion. You want somebody to offer a different perspective. You don't want everybody to agree and see the same thing. This is why you have 3 different judges. Do you understand that? What part don't you get? They ain't going to all see the same thing. This is just like us watching a fight at home. We ain't going to all see exactly the same thing. Some people seen the elbows. Some people didn't see it. Some people didn't have a problem with the holding because they seen the elbows that took place that he didn't get warned for. How many elbows did Caleb Plant took that could have arguably changed the fight? You don't hear me up here whining about it. I ain't whining. David Benavidez won, but in winning, there's some criticism that he's going to have to deal with. It's constructive. It's not in an effort to tear him down. I don't see what people see. If y'all telling me y'all seen some much improved fighter, I'm going to call BS. I don't see it. He had an opportunity to show you what he didn't show me nothing much by fighting the way that he fight once his guy got tired. What I was looking for was he going to be able to box with Caleb Plant? And it showed me that he couldn't. He couldn't box with him. He could not box with Caleb Plant, bro. He just couldn't. That's what I seen. I seen a guy that couldn't box with another guy. He had to get tired, and then he had his success, bro. That's when he had his success. Once bro got tired. I'm not overly impressed by that. That's real criticism, bro. Wouldn't want me to tap him on his ass and tell him, hey, you Mexican monster, you did a great job. You look bad for the first half of the fight. What we talking about? What we talking about? I ain't overly impressed that he got it all when a guy was tired and more standing in front of him. That doesn't impress me. You want to impress me? Show me you can box with that man. You couldn't. And the fact remains is the challenges are only going to get tougher. So if you still that inefficient when it comes to boxing, you're going to have some problems, bro. So you could tap him on the ass and tell him what he did was so great. You beat Caleb Plant was out back embarrassing him for the first 6 rounds. I don't give a damn what nobody say. Now I'm turned up. He was getting embarrassed. So much so that he pointed to the ground because Caleb wouldn't sit still so he could hit him. He ain't that good at cutting the ring off. I try to be nice, man. Y'all be pissing me off. He's not that good at cutting the ring off. He's not. The only time he cut the ring off with any consistency Saturday night was after Caleb Plant got tired. I know I done watched the fight. I know what I seen. I don't need to watch it again or none of that. I watched it the first time real good, the right way. Bro needs some work. He's a damn good fighter. He's a good fighter, bro. He has slow feet, and he didn't do a good job cutting the ring off. He's becoming complacent. I say this all the time. You don't challenge fighters accordingly. They become complacent, bro. They become complacent. That's what's happening with that lack of competition. Still, Caleb Plant clearly was the best fighter he got in there with. Just so happened that guy had a hole or two in his gas tank. Had it not been for that, the man would have got outboxed. I don't know what fight y'all was watching, but I seen the dude swinging and missing and getting frustrated when his man wouldn't sit still. Nah, man. He ran. Ain't no running. You got it the same 2 feet he got to run. You got the same 2 feet to cut the ring off. Cut the ring off. I'm not trying to hear that. He couldn't do it. He didn't improve that much, bro. He didn't. I'm calling it what it is. It's a solid win. I'm going to respect him. I'm going to give it to him, but I ain't his father. I'm not going to tap him on his ass and tell him it was the greatest performance I ever seen, because it wasn't. That boy was getting beat up for a minute. He was getting beat up. You lucky Caleb Plant ain't no real puncher. And what happened with all this knockout stuff that y'all was talking about? He ain't knock him out. Am I dissing him because he didn't knock him out? That don't make him any less of a fighter because he didn't knock him out, even though he promised it and that's all he talked about. You get what I'm saying? Come on, man. Give credit where it's due, man. Give credit where it's due. Give credit where it's due. Stop coming in here complaining. Keys to the Game Boxing Channel. Salute, family. Appreciate you pulling out. I miss somebody. Yo, my bad, Jim. I miss my bro. I miss my bro, Jim. Hold on, bro. Salute to my bro Jim in that super chat. Much love, my bro.
And we ain't never got to box again. Well, right. well. I already been getting these bets, but now it's time for you to get your just due.
One thing people gotta understand, man. We're not gonna always see the same things, man. But I hate people that go after somebody's knowledge because their viewpoints don't align with yours. Stop being closed-minded. Stop thinking the way you seen it is the only way that somebody else is gonna see it. If he didn't see it the way I seen it, he's not that smart. He don't know boxing. Now you just don't know how to have a conversation. That's a child. That's a child's way of thinking. We supposed to disagree. We not even disagree. You're supposed to have your own opinion and be able to stand on it. Josh, what's good with it, fam? Appreciate you pulling up. Y'all smash that like button and sub to the channel if you new. We gonna keep rocking, man. We gonna keep rocking. David Benavidez, at the end of the day, is a damn good fighter. He got some work to do, bro. He got some work to do. He didn't do a good job at cutting the ring off, in my opinion. He was following this man around the ring. He showed frustration, which is inexperience that I expected him to show a little bit on his behalf. And he got some ways to go. If y'all feel like David Morrell is an easy win for him, for the people that feel like that, throw him in there because I want to see it. the skill set that David Morrell has, I feel like will be very problematic for David Benavidez. I do. Yes, I do feel like that. Whether you win, it's another question. That's another story, right? But it's still good enough fight. You fought David Lemieux. Fought David Lemieux a fight ago. You fought David Lemieux a fight ago. Fought Kyron Davis a few fights ago. I'm pretty sure David Morrell will beat both of those dudes. I'm pretty sure of it. So all this, he got 8 fights. I don't care. How many fight? Loma was 1-1, and Gary Russell was like 24-0, and they still made that fight. And look who won. That's how I know y'all people are surface level individuals. If you go look on BoxRec and you see a guy got 8 fights and we know Benavidez got what 27 after last night, you're like, it's no way they can fight. It's no way. Go look at the quality of the fighters that he's fought. Go look at the path that they got him on. Better yet, go look at his last fight. And you tell me based on what you've seen in his last fight, would they or would they not make a good fight? Because I'm gonna say this, and this is gonna be an unpopular opinion for the Benavidez fans, and I rock with Benavidez. He's not more skillful than David Morrell is right now, and he got 27 fights to David Morrell 8. I seen more skill from David Morrell already. I seen more skill already from David Morrell than I seen from David Benavidez, and that man got less than 10 fights. That's what I seen. They're going to tell me I don't know boxing because I see a dude that's utilizing more of a bag, that got more of an arsenal when he step into the ring, not just walking guys down, throwing body shots and overwhelming guys. See, I don't even want to sound like I'm slighting him, but don't act like he get in there and show you some masterclass boxing or something. Don't act like he do that. You just seen what his deficiencies was. So to sit here and praise him like this, to try to praise, I ain't got to praise him. I give him his credit. He going to get his just due over here, just like everybody else do. But all this notion that he just going to run through everybody. He didn't even run through Caleb Plant, bro. All these people that was saying he was going to knock him out. Where'd that go? Where was his knockout power that we was talking about? Where is it at? Where's all these 5, 6, 7 punch combinations that he was going to be hitting Caleb Plant with? And I told people he wasn't going to be doing that, but ain't nobody talking about that. What was his punch output? All these punches, 100 punches around, 90, 80 punches around that he be throwing. Where was that at? Didn't I tell y'all that wasn't going to be a factor? And it wasn't. That man got tired, and that's what it was. He didn't get tired. David Benavidez was in trouble, bro. Respect to him, but he was in trouble. Jay Grant Jr., salute, fan. Troy, what's good with it, fan? Appreciate you pulling up. Let me scroll to the bottom, man. Pardon me, y'all. Salute to everybody in the building. Let me scroll all the way to the bottom. King Judah, what's good with it? Yeah, weirdos. It's the weirdos, man. Y'all, any weirdos, get the weirdos out of here. Get the weirdos out of here. Block the weirdos. Tired of y'all weird kids, man. Go find something to do. Find something safe to do. I don't care how many fights Morrell got. How many fights did Loma have when he fought Gary Russell? Matter of fact, don't answer that. We're gonna find that out right here. I'm gonna show you this right here. Y'all surface level people, man. I just said stop talking about the 8 fights. You're gonna stop at the 8 fights. You a BoxRec dude. You're not gonna go and see exactly who he fought in the 8 fights. You're just gonna say he had 8 fights. Fools. I gotta learn to watch more boxing, bro. Gotta learn to watch a little more boxing. Stop letting numbers dictate if you think somebody is ready or not. The man had what a version of the title and what, his 3rd fight, and we still in here talking about he got 8 fights. How many of those fights? Who on David Benavidez's resume would y'all think would beat David Morrell? That's the better question. Who on David Benavidez's resume would beat David Morrell? Who you picking? The guy resume ain't nothing crazy, man. The guy resume ain't nothing crazy. It's easy to win fights that you're supposed to win, right? It's easy to win the fights that you're supposed to win. Weirdos, man. Weirdos. So weird. Man, I ain't even gonna let them get me out of my zone right now. Morrell will beat David, and I stand on that. Too big, too strong, too scale, all wrong for David. And I'm rocking with that. Fizzle, what's good with it, bro? Appreciate you pulling up. Who on David Benavidez's resume y'all got beating David Morrell? I don't. Respectfully, I don't. I don't have Plant beating him. Not me. And I like Caleb Plant. That's my guy, but I don't got him beating him. Already, I'm gonna pull his resume up because y'all stuck on the 8 fights. So since y'all stuck on 8 fights, right? What I'm going to do for y'all, I'm going to show you David Morrell whole resume, his first 8 fights, and then we're going to go to David Benavidez, his first 8 fights, and you're going to tell me if you don't see a difference, a considerable difference. Man, y'all tune in. Let me pull this up real quick. 88 Sports Talk, what's good with it? And I feel, listen, I ain't mad at that, but I don't think so. Not at this point. I don't think Plant beats David Morrell. Nope. I don't think so. And it's still my opinion, so my opinion ain't fact. You get what I'm saying? They have to get in there and fight for it to be a fact. My opinion is I got David Morrell over Caleb Plant right now. You did. I got David Morrell over Caleb Plant right now. Let me pull up David Morrell. 8-0, 7 knockouts, man. 25 years old, is southpaw, 6'1", 78.5-inch reach. Let's get to it, since people stuck on his first 8 fights. Know what I mean? Y'all think just because he got 8 fights, he can't fight a David Benavidez. So let's look at his first 8. Fought somebody 2-6, right? Okay, his second pro fight, fought somebody 15, 6-2. His third pro fight for the WBA interim world super title, super middleweight title, he fought Lennox Allen at 22-0-1. UD got this interim title. Once you grab a piece of that title, you ready for whoever. You can't grab a belt and say you ain't ready. So that's 22-0-1 in his third fight. His fourth fight, he turned around, fought somebody 26-3-1. You get what I'm saying? KO in 3 rounds. Get what I'm saying? Then he fought this guy here, 12-0. You get what I'm saying? Knockout. Beat up Alantez Fox. Knockout. Calvin Henderson was another quiet. Alantez Fox, by the way, was 28-2-1. You get what I'm saying? Then Calvin Henderson was also another solid fighter, 15-1-1. Then he beat up Ados, who had double the amount of fights he had. But y'all here complaining. Now let's go to David Benavidez's first 8 fights. Let's see if the competition is comparable. Let's see. Let's just see. Let's see. Since we doing this today. Since we complaining about who this dude, how many fights he got. I'm tired of hearing it. Let's go look at Mr. Mexican Monster, 27-0, 23 KOs. Let's go see his first 8 fights and see if he came anywhere near what this dude came. Okay, let's look at it. His pro debut, he fought another dude in his pro debut. Cool. I'm not impressed. Second pro fight, he fought a guy that was 0-5. Not impressed. His third fight, he fought a guy 1-1. Not impressed. And his fourth fight, when a dude in Morrell's third fight, he fought Lennox Allen, who was 22-0-1 in his third fight. Look who he fought in his third fight, 1-1. In his fourth fight, he fought a guy that was on his pro debut. Fifth fight, guy that's 0-1. Sixth fight, a guy in his pro debut. Seventh fight, 1-0 fighter. Eighth fight, 1-6 fighter. What is we talking about? Y'all complain too much. And I like Benavidez. What we talking about? Should we keep going? 23-20-2, 9-7-1, 0-11. Come on, man. What we talking about? We don't know these dudes. None of them. And I ain't knocking them. We don't know them. We don't know who is these dudes. I know a couple of these dudes. Phil Jackson. I knew he was going to beat him up. I don't know this guy, 16-0. Y'all see the difference. I stopped at the 8 fights. What we talking about? Give credit where it's due, man. Don't tell me because he got 8 fights, these dudes can't fight each other. That don't make no sense. It don't make no sense. He been fighting quality since he turned pro. Quality over quantity. Quality over quantity, bro. I don't care if you got 30 fights, if 25 of them was people you were supposed to beat. Matter of fact, he's 27-0. I don't think he ever been the underdog in none of the fights. Y'all got to pay attention, man. Stop looking at surface level stuff. Don't come in here telling me somebody got 8 fights if you ain't going to point out the quality of opposition that he been fighting since he been pro. I just showed y'all these dudes, his first 8 fights, and I just showed you Benavidez's first 8 fights. It's not even close. It's not even comparable. The competition, he's been fighting better competition out the gate. That's what I'm telling y'all. And it's a reason for that. Y'all think Benavidez just going to get in there and run through him. You got another thing coming. I want to see it. Show me it. Because y'all just told me he was going to run through Caleb Plant, and he didn't do it. Where y'all people at that said he was going to walk through Caleb Plant, knock him out 5-6 rounds? Where them people at? He didn't walk through him. He had a hard time. He had a hard time. I don't care what he did in the back half. First half of the fight, don't erase because you did good in the back half. You were getting beat up. You were getting beat up. Period, man. It's quality over quantity. Always. Put David Morrell in there. And I'm putting my money on Morrell. Put David Morrell in there with him. Y'all talking about he got 8 fights. Do y'all know Benavidez mentioned his name? Do y'all know he said he'd be willing to fight him? You think he said, nah, he got 8 fights. I don't want to fight him. He know that dude like that. He know it. He know that dude like that. You get what I'm saying? I don't care what y'all talking about. The guy himself, the guy y'all vouching for, he know David Morrell worthy. Yeah. All right, yeah. This guy here, you must don't know. You talking about he was a champ at 20. David Morrell was fight. Didn't he fight for the WBA regular title in like his 3rd fight? Didn't I just show you that? I don't care about no belt. The belt don't mean nothing to me. The quality of the fighters that you fought on the way to that belt is what mattered to me. None of those dudes on his resume would beat David Morrell. Not one of them, in my opinion. Not one of them. Not one of them. David Morrell better than David Lemieux. You get what I'm saying? Who else he fought? I'm going to just run down. I'm going to run it down. Outside of Caleb Plant, David Lemieux, he better than him. Kyron Davis, Ronald Ellis, Angulo, Anthony Durrell, Jalen Love, Ronald Gabriel, Porky Medina. Come on, man. Dennis Duglin, Phillip Jackson. He better than all them dudes. He better than every last one of them dudes. Don't give me this garbage he can't fight, and I don't care about nobody accolades. Do not come in here telling me about nobody accolades like I ain't been watching boxing. I don't care when he got his belt. He got his belt fighting a whole bunch of people that he was supposed to beat. Period. End of story, man. That don't make him a bad fighter, but he ain't got no crazy resume at all. He glad that he got Plant. That now we talking. He ain't fought nobody like that, man. He ain't fought nobody that I think is on Morrell level. On everything. He ain't fought nobody that's on Morrell level. Kello was good with it, fam. I don't think so. I don't think he beat the hell out of him because he got outboxed for half a fight. He got outboxed for half a fight, to me. Respectfully. He got outboxed for half a fight. So I feel like he did some damage in the back end of the fight, but he didn't get there. He didn't knock him out. He still finished the fight on his feet. Barely. He was holding on, but he ain't finished the fight. All these people were saying that he was knocking him out in 6 rounds, 5 rounds. He was going to drown him in the later rounds and stop him. I ain't see that. I seen the dude look bad trying to chasing a guy around or trying to chasing him around. Why I'm saying chasing, not that he was running. I'm saying chasing because he wasn't cutting the ring off. He was following Plant around the ring for the first 6 rounds. Don't tell me he wasn't. He was following that man around the ring for the first 6 rounds. Even got so frustrated he pointed to the ground because he wanted Plant to sit still. Plant was even so comfortable in the first half of the fight that he was showboating. Might have been a little premature showboating, but he was doing it. You know what I'm saying? He was doing it. Fight Morrell, I just seen in the video. Yeah, he said that. Yeah, fight him. Fight him. I don't, man, look. Over ignorance. Yeah, I'm about to say, yeah, you'll find yourself now. Like, yeah, I'm about to say, damn, rolling with the punches. Yeah, some people weird. They don't know how to listen, man. So I got to learn to tune them people out. Morrell is ready, though. Facts of Keller, listen, he put some damage on Plant at the back end of that fight, no doubt. But he ain't do what he said he was going to do. Did David Benavidez do what he said he was going to do to Plant? Salute to my bro Jim, always studying up, man.
And we ain't never got to box again. Well. I already been getting these bets, but now it's time for you to get your just due.
And this ain't no this just to the people that want to act like everything he did was like, you know, he went there. He ain't TD. What's good with it? What's good with it, man? What's good with it, bro? Yeah, just do. He'll fight Morrell. Yeah, them 8 fights don't mean nothing. Salute to my bro Jim, man. Yeah, man, cuz I'm up in here, man. We're gonna rock out for a little while longer and we're gonna get up out of here. Salute to my bro 5, man. Yeah, man, listen, y'all gotta learn to open y'all ears and eyes a little bit more, man. Ain't nothing one way in here, man. I ain't no hater, no Benavidez. I like the dude, but y'all act like he above being criticized. Like y'all act like he went out there and pitched the shutout. Y'all act like he went out there and beat the boy from pillar to post. Y'all act like he went out there and dominated. He didn't dominate. He didn't dominate. That wasn't a dominant performance. I don't even think it should have been a UD if we being real. It wasn't. I didn't see a unanimous decision. I didn't see that. I didn't see a dude. He didn't win 8 rounds to 4. Wasn't none of that. I didn't see that. I didn't see that kind of fight, bro. I seen a dude getting outboxed and he ain't know what to do. That's what I seen. See, y'all don't want to be real because y'all want to tell he won the fight, so we can't criticize him because he won. Man, y'all don't get out of here. I feel bad. Y'all think that performance was dominant? He definitely getting beat up by David Morrell. I guarantee you he will. He didn't implement his game plan early enough into that fight for y'all to be that confident, bro. He should have did a lot more. He should have did a lot more, a lot earlier. He couldn't do it. His man had to get tired, man. That's alarming for me. If I seen the only way my fighter was able to start having success is after a guy gets tired, that's not a good sign because you can't bank on everybody gassing out. I don't think listen, you can't, to me, you can't win. Did he do what he said he was going to do? I don't think he got his ass whooped. Oh, based off what? I don't think so. That's not no ass whooping. If that's not no ass whooping to me. Joey Spencer got his ass whooped. Joey Spencer got his ass whooped. Joey Spencer got his ass whooped. Caleb Plant didn't get his ass whooped. He lost. He got roughed up. He got beat up in them back round, them later rounds for sure. But he didn't get his ass beat. To me. Let me say that, to me. And I respect all opinions, but I ain't see a nigga dude that got his ass beat. I seen a dude that was whooping ass early in the fight, caught a headbutt, about 3-4 elbows. You know what I'm saying? And then he slowed down like he normally do, and Benavidez came on strong like he normally do. But he didn't become, y'all didn't see David Benavidez arrive in that ring to about 7 rounds in. And if y'all say that he was Benavidez before 7 rounds, y'all lying. Y'all lying. Based off what? What did he do the first half of the fight? You can't ignore the whole first half of the fight and then look at the second half and say, oh, look what he did in the second. Nah, what did he do in the first half? He was getting outboxed, bro. Yeah, he said, yeah, Charlo said he'd fight him. We're going to have to hold Charlo to that, too. He can't just be saying anything. I'll give Charlo his warm-up get-back fight, but after that, he got to stand on something. Charlo he can't just be out there calling. Like, you calling for Benavidez when people, I sit here and made a case while you ain't even got to worry about him, and he's still calling for him, so I definitely want to see it. He had to go to the hospital. Oh, man. Yeah, I got to start doing your homework. What's your name? Raph, do you know why Caleb Plant, what did Caleb Plant go to the hospital for, Raph? What did he go to the hospital for? What did he go to the hospital for, bro? I want you to know. Let me see if you do your homework or you just be typing stuff. What did he do? What did he do when he went to the hospital? What he got something broke? What was wrong? What did they have to do? Because you do know, Raph, you do know Benavidez went to the hospital too, right? Or you don't know that? You do know your boy Benavidez went to the hospital too, right? Or you don't know? Okay. All right, maybe you ain't know that part. Well, just in case you ain't know, I'm letting you know. Your boy Benavidez went to the hospital, bro. Cali Fire, salute, fam. Salute. Caleb Plant box, Canelo 1-6. Got stopped in 11. Plant held Benavidez waits for dear life, knowing Kenny Bayless would never stop it. How would he know that? How would he know that? How would he know that? How would he know what Kenny Bayless was going to do? I just want to prove to people that y'all, we come through and we just say anything. How did Caleb Plant knew what Kenny Bayless was going to do? Y'all make it seem like Kenny Bayless was refereeing the fight in the favor of Caleb Plant. How many and why you getting the answer to my question, fam? How many elbows did he land? And how many times did he get warrant for landing the elbows? And what caused the cut on Caleb Plant? Was it a punch or was it an elbow? I just want to know. I'm just trying to figure something out. I'm asking for a friend. Benavidez still won too. Raph, what you saying, bro? What you saying, bro? Cali Fire, what's salute, fam? What's good with you? It was precaution checkup that Benavidez had the same checkup. I'm just trying to just let you know that. Just letting you know that. Thanks, baby. He was at the presser looking good. Yeah. He was looking what, Raph? Nah, I'm messing with you now. Hey, look, man, they both went to the hospital, bro. They both went to the hospital. Nah, I don't think they should have stopped it because he ain't earned it. If he wanted to stop it, she should have earned it. What happened to him getting knocked out in the 6th round? I ain't see nobody get knocked out in the 6th round. By the 6th round, he still was getting outboxed. I seen a dude get exposed for bad feet in the first 6 rounds. He had very bad feet. I seen he couldn't box with Plant. That's what I seen. He couldn't box with Plant, and Plant couldn't hang with him in the second half of that fight. That's what I seen. Tell the two halves. I seen the dude get tired, and I seen that he paid for it once he got tired. That's what I seen. I like Benavidez, but we're not going to act like this was a great performance, because it wasn't. In terms of being clean, I'm talking about. This wasn't a dominant performance. It was a great performance because it was a great fight, right? But it wasn't a dominant performance is what I'm saying, by any stretch. The fight wasn't dominant at all. Maybe in the second half, you could say the second half is a little dominant. You could say that. You could say maybe in the second half, but the totality of the fight was two different halves. Outboxed in the first half, came on strong in the second half, won the fight. He came on strong when he needed to, and he got the win. Respect to him, but I just hate when people don't know how to call it what it is, man. It wasn't no perfect performance by any stretch of the imagination. He got a ton of stuff to work on. I mean, I don't care how clean he was. Caleb Plant don't hit that hard. You know he's not the puncher, man. You know he's not the puncher, man. You know that. David was clean. He was a little clean, man. He was. He only had a couple glove burns on his forehead. It was something like. But I don't care about that. I mean, Plant fought a good first half of the fight. Benavidez fought a good second half of the fight. What we talking about? That's how I know people are just like prisoners of the moment, because y'all praising him, y'all over praising him, and I hate to say that because he did his thing, right? But I'm deep diving. He didn't do good in the first half of the fight. He did good in the second half. It was vice versa for Plant. Plant did good in the first half, did bad in the second half. What we talking about? It wasn't a dominant performance at all, and he got a lot to work on, because that coming forward stuff and following your guy around the ring ain't gonna work at that. Ain't gonna work. That's not gonna get him what he want. Yeah, Plant mouth was bloody. His eye, I think he had a cut by the eye. Headbutt, he was bleeding there too. I don't care about none of that. It was a good fight, man. It was a good fight. Damn, it was a great fight, matter of fact. Great fight. They walked out the fight unscathed. I don't know what point you're making. He still was losing. He still was getting outboxed in the first part of the fight. You get what I'm saying? This is not a hate on David Benavidez. I like both of the dudes. I'm gonna support both of them. I rock with both of them, Team Benavidez and Team Plant. But he got what the hell? My bad, y'all. He got outboxed first half. He did his thing in the second half, man. Plant got cut. Yeah, not from a headbutt, no punch. They keep on saying that. That's why I guess, like, when you just want to be taken away from a fighter, you just keep saying a bunch of like stuff that we know without paying attention to anything that matter. The dude was cut from a headbutt, man. Morrell been calling that out for a while. What we talking about? Talk about it, Adolfo. What's good, my bro? We was in here going about it because they saying because he only got 8 fights that he can't fight him. I'm telling you, he got 8 quality fights over. And David Benavidez, I can show you at least 20 of them fights that don't really mean nothing or more. And I'm not trying to be funny. Like y'all making it seem like he fought like the dude. What I'm telling you, David Morrell been fighting better opposition since he been pro. You know what I'm saying? I just showed y'all the dude first 8 fights. Ain't nobody have nothing to say. That's how I know it. Y'all don't know how to have a conversation. Y'all just want to yell a bunch of stuff that suits your narrative that you want to push. David Benavidez is a tough fighter. He's a good fighter. He's a dangerous fighter, but he's a very young fighter, and he still got a lot to learn, bro. He got a lot to learn. And he's only 26, so he's going to learn it, bro. Hella flat-footed. Roscoe, what's good with her, fam? Salute to everybody in the building. Y'all smash that like button, sub to the channel, man. We do this good boxing talk every single day. And y'all opinions is welcome, bro. As long as y'all know how to have a conversation. I don't tell you what to think. Y'all can think what y'all want. I rock with it. You know what I'm saying? As long as it's logical. I'm just telling you, Plant did his thing in the first half, and Benavidez did his in the second. He didn't look particularly good in the first half of the fight because he was following the dude around the ring and being frustrated, chasing a knockout. If y'all can't see that was the case, then maybe you need to rewatch the fight. I'm not going to say you don't know boxing. That's weird. But I will say rewatch the fight, because the first half, the man spent the first half of the fight frustrated and following Caleb Plant around the ring. Second half, not so much. Caleb Plant slowed down. He was a more stationary target, which allowed David Benavidez to have more success. It's just what it is. You get what I'm saying? But what I'm saying is, and this is constructive criticism, is not to be taken the wrong way. You want to point these things out. He want to know these things. He need to know where he needs to get better at, because that won't work against everybody. You can't bank. You can't give up half the fight, getting out boxed, being frustrated, and then, you know what? I got the second half. I'm going to just come back. That won't work all the time. You get what I'm saying? That just won't work. So you gotta be careful with that, is what I'm saying. But I still like Benavidez, man. Salute to Roscoe. Appreciate you pulling up, fam. The other punch was a beat down. Caleb play, yo. I don't know, man. Listen, I can't tell you what you seen and how you felt, right? I ain't gonna tell you wrong for that. For me, he took some punishment in the back half of the fight, no doubt. But I don't think he got his ass whooped. I just don't think so. I don't think he made the fight convincing enough to feel like Caleb Plant got his ass whooped. And y'all see a couple marks on somebody's face, and that's y'all just, I don't know. That don't do nothing for me. It's a fight. You don't want to y'all up. I get punched in the face. I bleed and bruise pretty damn easy. I look like I lost fights when I won them. So, I mean, I'm not impressed that somebody, just because somebody was swelled, the eye or something was swelled. I don't give a damn. Boo Boo beats Morrell. Yeah, Boo Boo is a different fighter. Stylistically, that's a different fighter from Morrell than Benavidez. Benavidez lacks boxing ability. No disrespect. He lacks boxing ability, bro. He lacks boxing ability. He's a damn good fighter, but he lacks boxing ability. He lacks boxing ability. And I'm going to say this too. 175, I think some of his best tests going to come at 175, I believe, Benavidez. But if he get in there with the right guys at 68, he going to be tested there too. He's a good fighter. I like him. There's no slight to him. Skill while we move the stage. Flowers will be magnified even more. Jay Miller, that's going to be problems for him, bro. He got the playing style. Watched the fight twice. That sounds like, you know what? All right. You feel like you watched it twice. He adapted the playing style. That's cool. I can't tell you that ain't what you see and what you feel, right? I ain't going to tell you you're wrong for that. I rock with you. You know what I mean? You feel like he adapted to his style. I felt like this adapting that you're calling, what you're calling adapting, I feel like he didn't adapt to anything. I think Caleb Plant just got tired. The movement was less effective, and the following around the ring that he once was doing now, it turned into cutting off the ring. So he actually was cutting off the ring because he had a much slower, you know what I mean, a more fatigued, gassed opponent in front of him, right? So he's able to take advantage of that, and rightfully so. He did what he was supposed to do, bro. Caleb Plant, Benavidez did exactly what he's supposed to do. Late style salute, family. Appreciate you pulling up. I don't feel like he adapted, though. I feel like it was rough. The only reason he got as close to Caleb Plant because he got tired down the stretch. You know what I'm saying? Right. 200. He was like 230 when he sparred Lonnie B. David Benavidez. Rare fights like the way Benavidez would want to fight and less skilled. Oh, shit. Oh, snap. Did you just say Morrell is less skilled than David Benavidez? Arturo, salute. Arturo Martinez, salute, fan. Appreciate you pulling up. Not the elbow scar Plant look beat down. He beat him up a little bit. But yeah, some people faces break down. He the harder puncher. I'm not, you get what I'm saying? I'm not surprised that Plant face wore some punishment on it. He was getting clipped, bro. He was getting clipped with some good shots. He was getting punched down the stretch. And again, some of those elbows contributed to that swelling as well. You know what I'm saying? Yesterday, and I'll say it again, I had a 7.5 Caleb, and I rock with that laced out. You already know. Less effective guys at 175 are a lot harder and can take more shots. Right. Absolutely, Jay. Absolutely. And yo, I don't usually block people, bro. But you asking for it, man. You asking for it. I'm going to say this for the last time. This is the last time I'm being nice. When my viewpoints and my perspective don't line up with yours, don't come for me in no way, shape, or form. You could disagree if you want. I don't even care. But don't call me nothing at all. Because whatever it is you saying, whether it's bias, I was something else earlier. Like, I'm not going to be too many more nothing. You know what I'm saying? I call it how I see it. You don't have to agree. Don't. You know what I'm saying? But you notice I ain't call you nothing, and you been stated a whole bunch of nonsense in my chat. So you might want to be a little more careful how you speak to me, man. And that's my fair warning. That's me being nice. I just don't get y'all dudes. Like, I really don't. Y'all got like little kid tendencies and stuff like that. When you don't hear somebody viewpoints line up with yours, it's you this and you that. No, you just don't agree, and you don't got to. But I guarantee you this: more people in this chat would agree with me than they would you. So what's that saying about you? Do that make you dumb because more people will agree with me than they agreeing with you? Ah, man, y'all gotta learn how to have a conversation. Learning how to have a conversation. Let me 101. Let me teach you something. Learning how to have a conversation is understanding that when you're discussing a topic, the person or the people that you're speaking with are not going to all share the same viewpoint. So as soon as I hear somebody say something different, Kello, that's my guy. He said something that I didn't say, right? But do you think I'm going to tell this dude he don't know what he's talking about, or he dumb, or he this, or he that, because whatever he's saying, I didn't see it that way? You get what I'm saying? Saw Plant slow down and Benavidez came on. Right. That's what I was saying to Kello. You get what I'm saying? And again, when we see different things, it's all about the conversation. Y'all people don't, some of y'all don't know how to process information. When y'all don't hear what you think you're supposed to hear or what you think you've seen, it's like, well, you're this, you're that, you're biased. You didn't see it my way, so you're weird. Learn how to have a conversation, bro. Having a conversation is understanding that when you present your information, there's going to be people that disagree with it, flat out disagree with it, and that's okay. But you got to know how to have a conversation, bro. You got to leave room for that. You can't think that I'm supposed to think exactly how you think. Get what I'm saying? Got to smarten up, man. It's like elementary school stuff, man. Smarten up, bro. Caleb becoming a stationary target, and David got heavy hands, right, laced out. That's what I seen. I didn't see him adapt to anything. I seen him. The plan A that wasn't working in the first half of the fight started working in the second half because he was in there with a guy that was fatigued. You get what I'm saying? Reading him. Plan a crazy chin, Ash. He had a crazy beard. He took some real good shots, bro. He took some real good shots. Plant was taking some punishment, and yeah, he took some real shots in the last couple rounds for sure. He took some real shots. You know what I'm saying? So, you know what I mean. What'd you say, baby girl? But the bottom of his feet, yeah. I'm ignoring him from now on. You ignore it, bro. You was no longer part of the conversation. You brought some weird energy in here, and you pissing me off. And I really don't want to be annoyed right now. I really don't. Yeah, y'all can. Whenever they ignorant, yo, just get them out. Like y'all ain't even gotta ask me. Just get them out. Like whenever they ignorant, just get them out. You know what I mean? Just get them out. Just get them out. I don't even care. Just get them out. I don't care. Salute to everybody in the building. I'm about to close out anyway, man. Let me finish. Let me wrap up before we get out of here. Let me wrap up before we get out of here, man. Salute to everybody in the building that knows how to be part of the conversation, that knows, like, you know what I mean, how to do the give and take thing, that know not to you this, you this, you this, you that. I'm one of the coolest people up here, man. I'm one of the fairest people up here. You just don't listen enough to know that because you don't agree with my stance about this fight. That should make you more inclined to want to listen more and vibe out more. But instead, because my views don't line up with yours, you got to be weird. Like, you know what I mean? I got a lot of patience, but finding myself having a lot less patience for y'all people, man. But where's Fate at with the close out? Where my Brody Fate was next for Plant J Miller? Man. It's going to be tough because, you know, he want to compete for championships, right? That's always the goal. But I think he'll just be back, yo. I don't know exactly who would be an opponent for him. I think he's still a top fighter at 68. You know what I mean? Is he a top fighter? Will he get that belt again? It's going to be tough. It's going to be tough to be real with you. But I think he still can compete for sure at 68. I don't think he has to become a gatekeeper. I heard some people say like he's done and he need to retire after 2 losses. It's crazy. The boxing world is crazy, bro. But that's a good question, Jay. I don't know who an opponent to be for him, but he still can compete at the top level for sure. He still could compete at the top level. I think he showed a good account of himself. I just think, you know, the fatigue bit him in the ass. Maybe the pressure from Benavidez did add up to it. You know what I mean? Maybe it just caught up to him. You know what I mean? And, you know, he came on a lot stronger at the back end of that fight, man. And that's just what it was. That was Plant will beat a lot of fighters in his weight. Absolutely laced out. I feel that too, bro. Fate probably coming. He coming. Salute to everybody in here that know how to be part of the conversation. You know, I hate to block people and do any of that, but I don't like weird people. You're a hypocrite because you didn't say what I said. The dude went, I gotta say this because he just went from calling me a hypocrite to saying I'm making the same points he making. You man, just think about the hypocrisy in that statement. and I'm done with you, buddy. But maybe you come back another day with the right kind of energy, bro. You know what I'm saying? I mean, but much love and appreciation to everybody in the building. It's been another dope conversation as always. And we're going to be back at it tomorrow, 4 o'clock. Y'all already know, man. Y'all have y'all notifications on. Y'all come in with an empty plate. You know? Come in with the stomachs full, man. I mean, the stomach's on E, man. Conclusion, bench show vulnerability. Plant, we still with you. Absolutely. Morrell and Billy coming facts. Colbert, you're crying. I'm starting to think especially Rayo needs to get his get back and EJ better. Talk to him, man. Much love to all y'all, man. Appreciate y'all as always. You think Charlo a good fight for Plant? Absolutely, Jim. If he get his feet back wet first, I don't think that'd be like wise for him to try to go for the top with that much inactivity. But I say after maybe a fight, a fight or two, yeah, hell yeah, that'd be a good fight. Yeah, it'd be a good fight. Plan to still be a good fight for anybody. It's just tough because people don't know how to accept a fighter losing without feeling like they done. Think about it. Some people said he was done after one loss with Canelo. Now he lose to Benavidez. They like, he done. Plant should retire. I'm like, damn, retire? That didn't look like a dude that's ready to retire because he lost the fight. Like, man, that's tough, man. That's tough, but yeah, man, that'd be a damn good fight, Jim. No way Morrell don't know how to lose 130 to an amateurs. I'm telling you, listen, Morrell's a real threat for everything and everybody at 68. You better believe it. He's a real threat, a real fighter, man. Salute to my Brody BC, Mike Biggs, my guy. What's good with it, BC? Salute to the fam, Adolfo, Fate, my bros, everybody. In the second conclusion, Just Do is fine and by far one of the most knowledgeable boxing content creators now in this article. Oh my goodness, see this fresh. Salute to everybody, man. Pardon, you know, the little disruptions, man. Sometimes people irk me with they comments. I be trying to just ignore them, but they be pissing me off, man. My girl in here being fresh, y'all. So salute to the Queen Aisha. Much love and appreciation. Salute to everybody in the building. Like I said, man, y'all enjoy the rest of y'all Monday, and we be right back at it tomorrow, man. Man, crazy. Plant versus Andre, great fight. Absolutely. Plant and Andre, yeah. All them fights are good. I want to see them all, really, if I could. I heard Brad Man telling them to control his breathing early. Just didn't work. Could have been. That's a good point, Carlo. Could have been the muscles taking up the oxygen and he gassed, like, because it was like, boom, you seen it. He just hit that wall, man, and it was tough. Yeah, you see her? Salute to everybody, man. Much love. Let me get me something to eat. Y'all enjoy the rest of y'all Monday, man. Like I said, we right back at it tomorrow, 4 o'clock, man. So salute to everybody, and we up out of here. Peace, y'all.